Wait for it, and we're on. So we just got to check the channel now to verify that we are around. And where is Adam?
Gone to John to check his fan.
We're live, Adam.
Yeah.
Adam,
Hi. Checking it now. Yep, we're on.
No, that's why you left the chair. Okay. For a second there, I thought he's not going to go and do the chair thing. No.
No, I was gonna do a run in, but I almost fell off my chair. And
Now, instead of using my phone to show pictures. By the way, first of all, hi everyone. Hello, because Adam didn't film me on here. Welcome to another collaboration stream. This was supposed to come out at 10 a.m. Some things happened, unfortunately, personal stuff and sleeping issues and storm issues. But overall, we're here now. That's what matters. End of. No more dulling of what happened then. We're here now. Let's go.
Another excuse why I was delayed is because I had an Australian football game to watch.
No, and by the way, these are my friends. I'm supposed to introduce them. That was he didn't mean to interrupt. But anyway, of course, welcome to Adam and Jack to the stream.
Hello.
There you go. So here we go. We're not going to waste any more dilly-dally. So it's going to be 32 beats, gentlemen, as you said.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the same number of series there's. Well, I guess that makes sense because we're
ranking the first book of each series from our least favorite to favorite. Story, beast perspective, blah 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 blah.
Well, when it comes to me, when I did this list, it was a mixture of both for certain things. I'll explain that when I get to each one. Number two, before I start, is when I did the 180 ranking, if people are assuming it's going to be exactly like that, I'm pretty sure it won't be. Because that's the thing about Beast Quests. Some of our lists that we make revolving multiple beasts could change for another video. I'm sure I will Jack agree with that.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
What are you so happy for?
For
some reason, Adam is happy to move his head around. I don't know if it's just because his doggies are there, or he's trying to cheer him up. Who knows?
I will say, whenever we do a list, it often is very hard to put, books in certain places, even though we have an idea.
Yep.
It's always difficult to properly secure a position.
Yeah, I'm also really happy because I made a bet regarding the outcome of some matches I'm watching, and provided they all come out right, I get some money, so I'll take that. Also,
and to remind myself and to let Adam know there is information that I and he know that I shouldn't say on the stream, so I just to let you know, Adam, I remember it.
Sorry, Adam, what'd you say? Sorry, I didn't.
Because at your age, Jack, you're not allowed to bet, so don't listen to what I've just said.
Bet? Okay.
If this is not the format, if this is not the format on the actual live stream, Adam's just looking up into the sky, just talking to it.
Yes. I like how Adam is trying to stall for a joke, even though we're time limited.
Yeah, I was looking in the right direction.
Okay, right.
Anyway, that being said, though, we've got 32 assholes to write, or rank up, as it were. So, now, before we start, if you remember the last collaboration, the last time when Jack and, revealed something, Adam got pissed off. Hopefully, he does do it again.
We all know what happened.
Hold up. No, I did not get pissed off. I just respectfully disagreed with his opinion.
I mean, you are entitled to disagree. Are you entitled to rage and grab the chair?
Yeah, I was about to say, with a chair, you respectfully mean...
I don't speak wrong. I speak violence.
Okay, but...
Well, at least we know what type of person you are, so thank you for clarifying. Right, then. No more doo-dooing. Don't worry, guys. People on stream, Adam is still a good man.
Am I, though?
Really? You're questioning yourself? I'm trying to defend you here.
I don't need defending. I'm not a great person, I know that.
Anyway, I think it is time that we do start with this.
Let's get into this. 30-second place.
Right then, let's get on with it, guys.
What's going to be the just quickly? What's going to be the order that we?
Jack, it's me.
Yeah, do you want to go?
Yeah, you want an order? Since I was late, I will go last.
Okay, me, Adam, Lucas. How's about that?
Yeah, Jack, me, Lucas. All right.
Yeah. You ready, boys?
Now? Okay.
Yeah, ready?
Now all I have to do is check my information. Yep.
Wait. Are
you ready? Yeah or no?
I'm about to get my picture now. What the fuck?
Okay.
As for you, Jack, are you ready?
Yeah, I've also taken inspiration from Lucas. I ain't got a massive pile with me. I've resorted to the Holy Bible, the 8 set of beasts. The only ones I do have are the ones that aren't in it.
We're all ready now.
Okay.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I need to
Quarter.
actually- No, that's the wrong one.
Elko.
Elko.
And Quizzo.
I mean, that was weird. You showing the book of Beast Quest because if Eric was there, like, oh,
Yeah, I know. I need to realize it's on the Orangle. So some of them do have solo pages. So that's nice.
All right,
Okay.
then, Jack, you
I
first.
start. Elko. Now, normally I defend Series 11 and say it is, well, personally, I think it's the most underrated Beast Quest series ever. But I do agree when it comes to Elko that he is definitely the weakest link in the series. He is the worst starter to me personally, purely because there's not really much great to say about the book. The beast itself has a really cool design, but sadly doesn't, his abilities and all that, it doesn't elevate past that. The only really good part about that book is really the beginning with Teledon's funeral and how everyone was just there for him. That is the only real thing that stood out. Introduces Kenza, that's fine as well, but obviously, Kenza later goes on to do greater things in the series, but as an introduction, it still does well. A lot of it is just down due to the beast. The actual story itself is also quite forgettable, a bit boring. I cannot tell you what happens past Taladon's funeral, apart from the fact that they go to Henkrow. Apart from that, I know nothing up until Elko. And even then, I don't even remember the fight much, apart from the fact that it ended up getting impaled and died that way. So when you have a starting book that's forgettable and a bit boring, you're not really doing well. And that's why I think out of all 32 series so far, Elko is my least favourite starting book personally.
Valid point. Valid point. It comes down to a terrible first impression, I'd assume, which is also opinion on Series 11 because Elko and Tarek aren't that great. I know you like Tarek, but I digress. Quirzo, pretty much the same reason as you, Jack. Yeah, it's a terrible first impression of the Avantian Outlands, but also I don't like my tree beasts. The abilities, I have no idea what they are, and I'm pretty sure how the fight was just very underwhelming. With the story, the only thing memorable is Hugo's brother coming in, but I'm not a story guy, so that doesn't count. That's why it's in last place. Other than that, though, it's just a major disappointment, and this is a very strong contender for my least favorite beast of all the Beast Quest. So this was an easy last place pick for me.
The days of Nanuke, they're long gone.
Oh, they're still there.
Right then, I'm up next. I mean, I'm sure Adam isn't surprised that I have a quarter. I mean, granted, though, everyone's probably thinking of a lot of beasts when we're picking. For me, though, of course, a quarter is my choice, and mainly it's there for beast purposes in this one. But story-wise, how I put it, it's also funny that I'm picking a beast perspective because I shouldn't go for story. But I think when I was looking through these books, I just could not defend Orc's position, so I had to get it where it was. Well, the story is, to me, it's about to. If we had to do like a tier list, best, great, good, and okay, I would be tolerating between good and the okay. But so the story is like it's in the middle for me. So, and it's just a matter of setting up a plot point that is going to be so obvious as we progress through this series. And then you have the Tangalians. The villain itself, from what we know, in down the road, it doesn't really make a big impression either. If you think about it. So overall, and the quarter, I'm sure Adam's happy that it's a fucking monkey beast, even though it's a gorilla because it's an ape. But regardless, there's that. And then, of course, it seemed like one of those easy defeats, comparable to Season 1 beast, like Archer and Nanak. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, remember how it got defeated. I remember its ability.
It tripped over, and then Adam was able to, and Tom was able to,
Oh, so it killed itself because
it tripped over, and then the hero jumped, go for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing at though. It killed itself because one of its abilities is that it controls the forest. So if it tripped over one of the tree roots, right?
No, I think. Oh no, I think it was Tom and Eleanor used it to trip over a quarter. I think it was more them than the Beast actually doing it, because that would have been a stupid move, honestly.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
But I see why a quarter's there, but I would say the story outranks the Beast, which is what you said. But the Beast has some redeeming qualities with the design.
Well, again, it's all down to our opinions on things, and now I felt in the moment I went for a quarter.
Yeah, that's fine.
I do like a quarter, but we shall see where that goes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
ladies and gentlemen, we have
31st place.
It's easy for Adam. All you have to do is grab his little book at the side. As first boy, we have to type the word in. Which picture do I go for? You look better.
I don't even know what beast you're talking about.
I don't know.
All right, Jack, do you want to do the countdown for this one? When he's
Yeah,
ready.
when Steve is ready.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Elko.
Styro. Hey, Lucas!
Oh, they're twin. I was 1 off. And the thing is, I actually nearly did put Styro last, and Elko second. So that would have been so funny if we'd had like a 1-1. But no.
Well, you know what you did, Jack. So it's over.
I thought about it, and yeah, Styro is second to last, because I realised, as much as I don't like Series 16, Styro he's not, in terms of starters, he's not the worst. He's the second worst, but he's not the worst. Sets up a bad series. The Beast itself, it has some qualities to it that I do like. Seaweed is great, and I thought the fight itself was okay. I think it commits some atrocities in terms of like just starting out, just not being one of the best books. But I feel like later books commit worse atrocities. And that's the thing with the starter books. Some of the things in them can be excused because they are starting books. So you expect the rest of the series to be better and improve on that starter book. That's why I actually realise that a lot of starting books are normally like either last or second to last. There's only probably a few on here that actually make that like top 2 spot. But Styro, there isn't much to him apart from that. The story, I actually can't really remember much of the story itself. The only thing I remember is that it got defeated by a lighthouse once again. So yeah, it really is down to being a bit forgettable. I think that's what really drives it. And also, yeah, I think the fact that it did come from a bad series and set off that reaction, it's just not a very good look. It also is the first series to get rid of the prologues, which I actually do miss. It kind of like teased the Beast, like their interactions with other people. But I get it, new format, just But yeah, Styro for me is 31st place because of his because of how boring he is. I don't really like him.
Respectable. I mean, I can understand that. Series 16 is a terrible series. Now, Elko. Yeah, is this really a surprise? Is a agreement here, out of all three of us, that no one likes this beast. The only thing I like about this one is its design, and even then, it's still a bit. I was about to say a swear word. Let's say crap.
Is that why you pushed it above the previous book?
Yes, because I like the design more than a tree, but I will be proven as a hypocrite with the next few entries because they're just giant animals. But hey ho. The only thing I remember about this book is obviously the fight regarding how he dies. The abilities I only know because, well, Battle of the Beasts, I watch the abilities department all the time. And the thing that I forgot that Jack reminded me of was Taladon's funeral was in this book. Yeah, the only thing I knew was that there was an illustration of Kenta taking Epos's blood, and that's the only part I knew about this book. So
they should have done that with like all the Beasts personally. Sorry to interrupt, but they should have done that with more Beasts personally.
Lack of memorable aspects in this, and the introduction to one of the best Beast Quest villains in one of the worst stories ever come out of Beast Quest.
Right, you go. So before we carry on, though, I do have some messages, mainly from Candy, so I'll just reply on more. They miss me, of course they do. Let's do more RIP characters, of course. Catherine O'Hara, rest in peace, indeed. I'm sure for those who don't know, it is, of course, the mom from Home Alone mainly, and she has some other roles.
May she rest in peace.
Let's do Muppets, maybe Gravity Falls characters. We haven't seen you for a while, very long time. Well, I'm here now. That's what matters. And rest in peace, Richard Nixon, who I do not know of. That's someone's going to fill me in.
Of all the U.S. presidents, Richard Nixon.
Okay. Random. Anyway,
I'm going to leave it at that because of how political that can get.
Reasons, of course, for Elko being here are many, but might be similar to to me, though, it's mainly I remember him fighting in the book compared to a quarter, whereas a quarter you mainly remember him for that fall. And I am right, I believe Adam, he did fight before he died. Thank you, Adam, for being the beast guy and not knowing about that.
I don't remember anything about Elko. I really don't.
Okay, well, I assume he did fight, because you're not going to introduce a beast without giving him something to do. Number two, as Adam has pointed out, the design is unique compared to a monkey. And the story, it has a bit of... It is interesting to see Hennekrell again. And like we said, the Taladon's funeral is a plus. So there are a number of aspects that could put this above, Series 25 as an opening piece.
So weird saying, like, the best thing about a book is a funeral. It really says a lot about the book.
We're buzzing with joy today, aren't we?
I
Well,
know.
it's a bit more of a dramatic topic to talk about, isn't it? Isn't it more... Okay, what's more interesting? Okay, I don't know how... how did a quarter start then, Jack? What made that a more interesting beginner to start off?
A quarter did not... Well, I'm not saying... A quarter started off with Rotu being kidnapped.
Where were the main characters?
I've forgotten. It's been a while since I've read that book.
You want to say something, Adam?
I know exactly where the main characters were. They were in Pania, preparing for a celebration in Rotu's honor, I believe, because Aroha was going to move to Avantia with King Hugo. So Rotu was taken over as that's the ruler of Tangala.
Yes, the king, which we see in Series 32 when he's crowned.
So I suppose that is a big point compared to that. It all depends how you feel about Rotu's character, though.
It developed well, though.
He has developed well, I will say.
No, it did.
But
it all depends how you feel about Rotu. Because all this stuff that's happening is either focused on him, and he's not like going to be your... I know you're saying he's a good developed character, but honestly, he's not going to be like your top tier character, I don't think.
Oh, no. Well, definitely not. No.
I mean, the best version of Rotu, let's be honest, was Series 15. But I think he changed a lot from Series 15 to 25.
He's matured a lot. Honestly, he's matured, which is great, especially since now he's been crowned. Like, you need that.
Right. Let's just press on now, gentlemen. I've just got
the people need it.
People need the king.
The people need this. Okay. Adam may not like my next pick, but
of course. Of course.
Ferno the Fire Dragon is my next pick as my third least favorite.
I would hold it with two hands, but I can't. I've got my book in my hand.
No, sure. And I suppose my next book is going to be Mortax. Of course, we know it's not going to be
yeah. Okay, Lucas, you going to do the countdown?
I don't know. Are you a good boy? Of course I am.
What the fuck?
What? Okay, Adam,
at least ready? My jokes are more tamed compared to Adam chair grabbing. You should be grateful.
I'm ready when you are, mate.
To throw the chair or to start the countdown?
It depends what Jack's answer is.
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2. Are you going to reveal your book like that, Adam?
Yes, that's fine.
3, 2, 1. Pirates. Okay, is that actually Furno? He wasn't bluffing. Do you think he was bluffing, Adam?
Jack, are you being serious?
You thought he was bluffing?
Of course I'm not being serious. It's Quirzo.
Oh my god.
Quirzo.
Wait, hold on. I love that mine and Jack's are the exact same.
All right then, Jack, you're up first.
Okay. Yeah. Quirzo the Swan Monster, not Furno the Fire Dragon.
Yeah.
Quirzo I don't really need to say much about it because Adam's already just summed it up perfectly. The Beast is definitely the weakest in the series. For a tree beast compared to Terra, it's not really unique. The fight was a bit lackluster and wasn't really special. But the thing that beats it out of Elko and Styro is that, one, I remember the story, and two, it's a good story because it introduces Hugo's brother, and I've forgotten his name for some reason. What's his name? Angelo. Angelo. That's what it was. Sorry. I love it so much. I forgot the name. No. Angelo. And I just love how it shows, he enters all nice, where have you been? And then you slowly start to think something's not right here. What's going on? And then it leads into the quest, obviously. I think all that's great. It's just the beast itself is definitely the weakest part of the book. It's just a letdown. And it's sad because the rest of the series is great and I really enjoy it. So, yeah,
So
I don't know what to
opinion,
say.
you believe that the beast stuff overdoes the story stuff?
Yeah, the story stuff is definitely better than the beast stuff, 100%. I do think, yeah, in terms of story, it's a good start. In terms of beast, it's not that good.
Okay, yeah.
So I think I'm starting to see a theme here because I did my books entirely on beast perspective. It'll normally be the ones that start with a good story but have a bad beast. They'll probably be the middle of your list, I reckon. Then for both of you. But yeah, Styro. Well, what Jack said, the only thing that stands out from him is the seaweed causing nausea to his opponents, which is, a fun ability. Shame it won't be used much because Styro can't survive round one to save his life. And then his death in his fight, well, not really death, more like defeat, is very Komodo-esque. But instead of falling down a great height, he had the great height fall on top of him. Being the light. Yeah. Ultimately, though, when it comes to story, I don't remember anything from this. I don't even remember why they're in Grildor to begin with. But if they're in Grildor, they could have just gone and seen a Mixus or Hawkeye. But no, we didn't even get Crab, and that's just an insult. Wasted opportunity there for a beast which doesn't deserve much respect. But I will give credit where it's due. There's nice detail on design. I need to be honest there.
Noted. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet some people are wondering, like, you gentlemen have so little to say for each book. Well, one, we are time consuming. Number two, you can't expect us to remember every single book in detail, can you?
Oh, yeah. The next piece is a whole page. Yes, I don't need to show like half the thing.
I'm assuming that you guys are backing me up on that statement, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I now know which beast is coming up next for Jack because I just need to go to my holy Bible to find a first beast with a whole page dedicated to them.
And of course, up me for his Hyrix. I assume Adam isn't surprised Hyrix is low or whatever. Or are you a bit pissed off about that?
Be nice to him.
Whatever. Anyway, it's okay. We all know that I'm not a big fan of the New Protector's error, so I'm not going to deny it. And of course, we're comparing him to his error to Tom, so obviously Tom is always going to be above the New Protectors no matter what they do. So, and we have the starter of this with the new. I believe this is the introduction of the new villain Zuba, right?
Yeah.
No, Malvo was still in this one, wasn't he?
No, he died in Lucor.
Oh,
yeah, he died in Lucor.
Yeah, he got eaten by Lucor. Well, eaten. Right, yeah.
So Zuba's introduced. A lot of anticipation for her, and so far she has not lived up to that shit. And the only thing interesting about her character is she can transform. And bear in mind, her transform, shall I say, is not well utilized compared to other transformation users. Like, she doesn't use it in an effective way, like say, Zirkin did. Which, of course, thank you, Adam, for that wonderful job of stupidity. But yeah, as for this book, Hyrix to me, he's an alright beast, but he doesn't really have much to do. And I felt like out of the bandits, he's like the dumb one of the group, if you would agree with me on that.
Yeah. He is hot-headed, I will say. No pun intended, he is hot-headed.
What about Mackie? Because he was not the brightest tool in the shed either. Selma and...
I mean, I got that he was a bit of a condescending douche, but it's like, has everyone seen the movie 101 Dalmatians, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Oh,
the live
I
action one.
compare Makoto or his human form to Jasper, and then this guy's a Horace, so that's how I'm going off.
Horace!
But you can understand where I'm coming from, Adam, based on those comparisons and intelligent levels.
Wait, does that make Selma Corella Deville then?
Huh?
Does that make Selma, who turned into Selkara, Corella Deville then?
I didn't think of that. You did.
What about Lenka? Where does Lenka fit in?
Number 3, if I'm wrong, isn't this kid Rafe?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, all of my thoughts on Rafe, so there's another aspect there. Well, overall, though.
Are you a fan of Rafe, Jack?
Yes.
I love
that guy.
Another nitpick about this book is the color of green they use is not the most friendly and enjoyable color of green, is it?
It's a repulsive shade of green.
I quite liked it. I thought it was a nice nature.
I guess the reason why I pushed it a bit is because satyrs are unique compared to the series and have one yet, and surprisingly enough. So yeah. Overall, those are my thoughts on Hyrix. A lot of potential. You know, it wasn't as bigged up as we thought it was going to be. It's just your average Beast Quest adventure with a bunch of bandits who are idiots. Apart from Selkara, of course, and maybe the final one?
Leptika. Selkara is the final one. Leptika is the one before it.
So, I'm getting back to my notes now.
Okay.
Next entry won't piss anyone off.
Well, if I piss someone off with my entry, then honestly, I'd just be surprised.
Oh. Oh no.
Number 29. We're at 29, aren't we, gentlemen?
Yep. Are we ready?
Yep. Wait, are we on? Oh yeah. 29. My bad.
Are we all ready now, guys?
Yeah, all ready.
Lucas isn't. I'll wait for him.
I think you've been waiting long enough.
Are you ready then?
No.
It's just so funny watching this.
I'm going to go to the bathroom, go to the gun store, then do my thing. Now I'm here, of course. I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Grimon.
Okay, Lucas's makes sense because I know you don't like that beast. Jack, what the hell?
I think once again, like with Querzol, the story definitely overpowers the beast. You know that obviously I love series 2. It's one of my favorites. But I've never been the biggest fan of Zephyr because to me it's not a beast, it's just an animal. And even that, they don't give him any unique abilities apart from what you'd get off of a giant squid. The story itself is great, sets up the series well. It's just that the beast itself, although it does redeem Sepron from his previous book, and the fight that he does have, the fight, I will admit, this is when I start to realize the fight is good. I did enjoy it, but I do think that the others are just better purely because they either have an element that stood out to them, or it was something that I either really enjoyed or I found to be 1, disturbing, 2, unique, and 3, awesome. And sadly, Zephyr does not have any of those qualities. But like I said, the story is the only redeeming thing about it. I do like the story. If it was story-based, Zephyr would be much higher. But when you get it all together, the beast is just...
Right. Fair enough. Yeah. We'll hear my opinions on Zephyr sometime very much later down the list. So with Ursus the Clawed Roar, this is pretty much just a giant bear. And even though I love Series 9, like Jack loves Series 2, I will not and cannot defend this beast at all. That's because its design is quite boring, but has some intrigue to it, I guess. But the abilities are so plain and basic, and the fight is forgettable. I don't remember anything from this fight except for when Ursus emerged out the waterfall. That's all I remember. But it did introduce the nice kingdom of Seraph, where time goes faster than it does in Avantia, I believe. But that's revealed in Topics. Other than that, nothing to say.
Well, look at the bright side though, Adam. At least the bear is real.
Yes, the bear is real. God damn it! That's a Linksy series reference, Jack.
I know.
Right then, Greymon is up next.
Excellent.
Now, well, how I explain this? This is overall, when you get down to it later on, here's the thing. This is a good story. I will say that it is. However, I put it, the story revelation has to be revealed later on to us and the audience and to, the heroes. So it progresses. So at the start, it doesn't seem to matter much until the progression where you see that thing. So I'm sorry, Greymon, we don't have that information, so we don't have that. Ooh, God, this is an awesome book now. So therefore, that's why I'm putting it there story-wise. These-wise, I knows what's going where it is, and I don't care if that Greymon fan is trying to defend him or not. Hashtag swag. Everyone's down to their opinion, including me and Adam. And if we did this Greymon, that's your problem. So there you go.
Okay.
Design-wise, it's pretty unique, I would say, for a mole. And again, a mole and the beast, that's another rare animal to have. There is that. Of course, it's a much more brighter, good shade of green. Lovely there. There we go. I like that. I like there's also a mixture of the elements blending into the environment. So I am saying a few positives to back up its claim. But overall, it's part of a great series. It has a fight that is season 1 vibes. But it did at least try to fight compared to not trying at all. So there's that. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Fair enough.
So we're now at
I do agree that shade of green on the cover is better than Hyrix.
Well, you know how you have a good feeling of green too, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, hold on, I'm making sure I'm going in the right direction. Right here. I mean, my wall is a nice shade of green.
Okay.
I need to get up that now.
On that note, then.
Okay.
I'll let you know when okay, right now I am typing it in.
Lucas is going to love this one.
Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to like it. If A, it's sarcasm, which it sounds like, or and number 2, if it isn't sarcasm, does that mean Adam won't?
I think I know what it says, actually.
Fair enough.
He probably does.
I know what your opinion is on a certain piece I know Lucas likes.
Okay. Anyway,
whatever.
Is it my my turn to do the countdown?
Yeah. I don't really care who does it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Griff.
I knew it! Wait.
Griff!
No.
What? Okay, Adam, I get yours, but Lucas Griff?
I mean, yeah, I'm more pissed off about Lucas's than yours now.
That is shocking, actually. That is shocking. Okay.
I love there's all books from the new generation that's in that box set that we all got as well.
So
Jack, you're first. We're waiting.
Wardog. I'm not going to talk about Battle of the Beast because that has nothing to do with the book. This is based on the first book. This has nothing to do with Battle of the Beasts. But Wardog, I think the story for Series 15 is quite good. The fact that Tom and Eleanor get framed for stealing the crown jewels, there's going to be a war. Oh no. And they have to go round. Now, Series 15 is a good series. I do enjoy it quite a bit. And I think out of the new generation, it is one of the best series that was made. Wardog, it's a beast that I personally think is a good starting book. It's all right. I think his design's cool, but I feel like it's the fact that his abilities aren't that many. And the fight itself, what's the word? I can't remember it. I know it took place like in the sky. I know Rotu tried to do stuff, but I've forgotten how exactly they did defeat Wardog. I think it was they got the people to help with a bunch of rocks and it fell on
I thought
Wardog.
it was involving a cliff.
I think it was. I'm not sure.
Adam?
But I think this piece, despite looking cool, and once again, like with Querzal, story-wise, it does, and Zephyr, story-wise, it's good. The Beast, I think, is the weakest part. Although it does do better than Zephyr and Querzal. Like, I actually did not mind this Beast.
There you go.
Fair enough. Yeah, I understand why you put Wardog this. I know you don't like that beast, so that's why it doesn't surprise me that that's there. We'll get to you later. Right, Raph, call the Stampede and Brew. Yeah, this one's another forgettable beast. It's just a giant animal. The only reason why it's above us is because there's blue on the horns, and you can actually see the part that's corrupting him as well. Other than that, there's nothing really much else to say about Raffle. The fight's interesting, and the horn blast, I believe, turns other things evil. I think, but
no clue. We'll have to check after.
I know when it came to Battle of the Beast, I had to change it though and turn into an energy blast because I can't turn a beast evil, otherwise it just turn against him, like it already has. So yeah, it's a forgettable beast. I don't remember exactly how the fight went. I just know it was in the mountain parts of Avantia.
Yeah. It was a 1-on-1 with Tom and Rathgore, which was quite cool.
And Arxa stayed out of it like a good beast.
I'm glad he did actually, because it would have been over. It would have been over in 10 seconds if Arxa.
Oh, yeah, right. Griff.
All right, I'm up next then. So before Adam has his lecture, well, we already kind of did, but whatever. Firstly, I'm going to use a word of a sentence that Adam has said about Griff. It's a good beast, but it's part of a shitty series. Well, not the best series, anyway. So, we all love. Well, Griff has great potential. He has shown potential both Battle of the Beast and in his own book. However, the story per se, no one really cares much about Jang as a villain and his plan of getting this power source because, number one, if it's a new villain who has a lot of incompetence and he's working with a character, Kenza, who we know is a backstabber. One, we know she's going to backstab him, or two, Tom is easily going to overpower this villain. And both, I think either one or both of those statements are true. But well, one is obvious. Number two, well, like I said, Griff again is the saving grace. However, I think the story being very typical kind of pushes it down for me. And as Adam has pointed out, I am more of a story guy compared to these guys. So when you think about it logically, this outcome was going to be, it's understandable, right, Adam?
I guess.
Yeah.
I am.
I put above Elko and I put above you. Never pick annoying these guys.
Griff is still in the bottom 5 for you. That's the part that I'm more butthurt about.
Yeah, I feel like.
So, what was the rules?
What?
Griff is the first book of that series, yes?
Yes.
So, I have to think the series. There you go.
Right, okay. Right.
I like how you guys just take a pause because you can see where I'm coming from. Series 17 is not like everyone's like ground jewel of, oh, I want that.
I'm not saying the story was great. I mean, the whole idea about the broken star was actually quite intriguing to me. Jeng is useless.
Yeah.
And the fact he turned his back on his own kingdom, there's no wonder why revolution happened at the end. That'll be in the next kind of rank or the finale books. But like, Griff's a good beast.
Yeah,
I get it, man. You're the beast guy. I'm not the beast guy. Sometimes I give my thoughts on the beast, but mainly you are the beast guy. This is your position.
Griff is the best of the series.
I'm the story guy mainly, so I had to consider that into account. And like I said, the whole reason they're going after the broken star is for Jeng, and mainly to have stopped him from getting that power source. And number two, since we know how strong Tom is compared to other villains, we all know for a fact that Tom is going to beat this guy. It's just waiting for his comeuppance, essentially. So, yeah. Griff is the highlight. But think about it, in my opinion, there's not much to really throw at me to defend Series 17. It's not the worst series, I will say that, but it's not like my most go-to read. Something said, we're going to move along.
Yeah.
7th place.
All right, I need to check my notes.
Is Lucas doing the countdown this time? I think he is. Yeah.
He is.
We haven't had Adam do the countdown in a while, so I'll let him know, to be honest.
I done the countdown for the 29th place. We're doing it.
You want me to do it to make you gentlemen happy? Fine.
Trust me, everything's working fine.
Besides, Adam can't say 3 little numbers. No.
Well, considering you're trying to postpone it, it sounds like you can't say it.
Information, Adam. I'm typing. And I have got the beef now.
Like an old married couple using.
So far, before I carry on, is this list as predictable as everyone expected?
I thought mine was predictable.
So far, yes. I
I don't think everyone's decision has been so you're saying you expected everyone's result at this point so far?
I didn't expect Griff, but I expected like pretty much like all the other ones like Elko and Querzo and Styro, like all that. Yeah, I expected them. It like Lucas's Griff is the first one where I'm like, I was not expecting that in a million years.
Yeah, but when I explained it, you understand where I was coming from.
Kind of. I see what you mean, but you know what? We'll talk about that when me and Adam talk about Griff. We'll come back.
Yeah, I
to that.
appreciate that.
I'm also
I'm ready when you are. I suppose I'll do the countdown for the sake of it.
Let me talk, please. I'm also not trying to go against you, but a quarter was also a bit of a surprise. Same with Wardock, actually, but that's just my opinion.
Oh yeah, of course as well.
That's the thing. All this is about everyone's opinions, and everyone's opinions matters, even horrible decisions.
Okay, whenever you are ready, Lucas.
3, 2, 1.
Wow. Both of them are quite surprising.
So bad. Wow. Zoolock, series 20, it's a fine series. I don't mind it. Skalax and Rykar definitely make it. Zoolock, it's interesting introducing the Isle of Ghosts, you know, Malvo's back, that's the big thing this book has. And the fight itself was alright. But Zoolock is a beast herself, there isn't really much to her. I get this is also Beric, and we all know my thoughts on Beric. He's not one of my favorites. And yeah, I think there's actually not really much to say about Zoolock. But I like the eggs, how they factor into this, you know, so showing Zoolock is a mother. I like that bit. I think it really just comes down to Malvo. Like literally being like, oh, Malvo's back. That's the big hype thing that is in that book that sets up the rest of the story, which obviously then goes into series 21. And yeah, once again, like I think that's the biggest thing I can say about these earlier ones. The story overpowers the beast. It's when the beast and the story complement each other, that's when I start like really liking it.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
For both of you, is there any beasts that overpower the story at the start of the series?
There is
on Zoolock?
No, any.
There is a few. There is a few on my list that definitely do.
Oh, okay, just what I'd ask. Anyway, Solak. So the start of the Darkest Hour. Story-wise, I'll leave it for these guys. They know better about the story than I do. But then again, it's still a forgettable series. But the beast-wise design, the only interesting thing about it is the blank eye and the bone fins. Abilities are what you'd expect from a shark. Cue the Jaws theme. And the fights, it included Crab, I think, but even then, it's still a forgettable fight because I don't even remember how he was defeated. But the only intrigue this beast has, along with the rest of its series, is that they have a vendetta against Tom because he's related to Taladon. And that's it. But other than that, I'm still in my forgettable beast territory, so still can't say much.
I like how Jack walked off camera as you were talking about your book.
Hey, I didn't mean to offend. Are you going to throw a chair at me?
I was getting snacks, bro.
You're going to
didn't tell us why you were leaving.
I was getting snacks. I was just listening to the old film.
Yeah, because I like that's more something like I rather Jack would rather eat something than hear Adam's garbage. No offense, Adam.
It's fine. Should have came prepared.
Number 2, before we carry on, comments. Hello from Cameron. And then I have a question to you, Adam. Is that Adam Blade or some guy also named Adam? Adam Blade is not a person, I'm sure Adam will explain that.
He's the actual Adam Blade. He wrote all these books.
Adam Blade doesn't exist. Adam Blade doesn't exist. It's just a bunch of ghostwriters that make all the books.
Where's series 33, Adam?
We knew they would plot twist all along. Adam Blade did exist.
I'm trying to find inspiration for series 33.
Is it work's getting in the way, Adam? Work's getting in the way.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a rehash of series 13.
I believe I have to read my entry, don't I?
What?
Okay. Menox. Now, of course, we love Series 22, but like I said, once again, it's a story that has to progress to like be revealed. The opening book, unfortunately, so much saving grace to go off it. The only sort of creepy fact is there are slaves, I guess, and you had to stop them from being slaves. Okay. As for the beast itself, it's kind of pathetic and dies in a pathetic way. So, that's a bit of a sad sample there. Menox, you're right. You're not the worst thing in the world. At least you're a unique design. You've got purple, which is my mom's favorite color, so there's that for you. So overall, pretty thoughts on it, but it is a great series. But unfortunately, the beast. Like I said, it's the opening is like it takes time for Series 22 to be progressively great. So overall, I'm happy where I put it. Overall, I can put above a beast. So there you go. Right.
Yes, let's go.
Also, another comment. Forget Series 33. We need a better video game. Yes, but that's true. To be fair, though, his name was too.
We do need a better video game, yeah.
To be fair, I have also thought his name was too perfect to be real. Noted. Sometimes I was Adam Blake. Fuck you, Adam. So you put
just
these.
Just a question.
I said sometimes I wish I was Adam Blake.
Have any of you actually played the Beast Quest PS4 game?
No, I know. I've seen the game footage. It doesn't interest me.
To be fair though, if you have an Xbox like me, you can't play the PS game. But there was a mobile game which I played.
Oh yeah, I've got that on my thing. Yeah, that
mobile console game was based on the mobile game, doesn't it?
That mobile game was actually quite good. I'm just sad that literally in all the games they don't include all 6 beasts of Antia. They either have, well, in the PS4 game they only have 4, and in the mobile game they only have 3.
Yeah, according to Jay, the PC game is awful, and the mobile game was all right apparently according to him. I will say though, that fight against Sephiron is rigged. I can't beat that, and that was the first beast. So.
I think Sephiron out of all the bosses personally is the hardest. I do like Epos though. There's a mini boss in that level called the Pirate King, but it's not Sanpeo. It's like a crab thing. It's the Piranha Pirates like leader thing. That has got to be the hardest boss fight in all the levels, because oh my god. Also Dark Fang, the wolf in the Nanook level, that was actually quite hard.
Aren't the Piranha Pirates in Soara?
Yeah, they are. Which, when I first read it, I was like, wait, so have they took inspiration from the game, or was it something that the game took inspiration from, them?
We'll never know. I'll ask Adam Blade if I ever meet him.
Ask Adam Blade and Adam.
And Adam Blade was a bunch of people at a Comic-Con convention.
I'll be ready for 26th place.
I've been waiting with my tab in my hand.
Here we go.
Okay. It's my turn. 3, 2, 1. Reveal.
Solak.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So firstly, a big one here. We were so close, Adam, you and me. Oh well. Number 2, we have both water beasts. And then okay, Skurrik, okay.
And then Jack came in.
Skurrik. Series 13 is a very good series. It's a series that not only did I appreciate before, I've gone on to appreciate even more as the years have gone on. And Skurrik, even though in my opinion he's the weakest out of all the beasts, he still has a lot going for him. The design, making it a maggot, that was really cool. But I think that when I said earlier how it has to have like a disturbing thing, an awesome thing, or a really unique thing, this one has a disturbing thing by the fact it kidnaps children, and also it targeted Tom's village of Erenor. I think the fact that already having a beast kidnap kids is a bit strange, but having it target Tom, his first challenge on the Warriors Road is a personal one. I think that was a really good way to set it up. Now, yes, it is just a giant maggot, and it has the abilities you'd expect from a maggot, and I think that's the only reason why it's this low. But apart from that, I can't remember much else from the story. But I remember the opening, but the rest of the story itself, I can't really remember. So I think that's the only reason why it's down. Apart from that, though, it's a decent start to the series, and yeah, like I said, it has a very disturbing trait.
Okay. Right, Zephyr. So, forgive me, Jack, but I do think you ranked Zephyr a bit too low. So Beast-wise, obviously, it's nothing special, but like I said in previous videos, I don't know why. I just have a very fond attachment to this squid. I have no idea why. I can't explain why. And the more I leave it ambiguous, the more weird it sounds. So, this is actually the first book I got when I was starting to collect the series. I had series 1 and 7 beforehand, but this was the one where I was like, yeah, let's start collecting the rest of the series. You know, collectionist mode. Story-wise, it overshadows Zephyr by a long shot, but I still think Zephyr was a great fight as well, with Sepron being involved as well, making easy work of it. Yeah, that I'm going to leave that there. But the abilities are what you'd expect, and that's the problem. I don't think Zephyr utilized his abilities as well as what he could have been, and that's why I can't put Zephyr any higher, along with the very basic design. At least I have something to say about it, right, Sharky Boy.
So, now we all know my thoughts on Series 12, so yippee high expectations, not delivered. That's all. That's mainly a good sentence I can put Series 12. Darkest Hour, my ass. We've seen a lot more Darkest Hours. You could argue Series 24 was more of a Darkest Hour.
Series 21 as well.
Yeah. As for a Beast, I think the only reason you're here, Sir, is because Adam has done some good on you. Your book-wise, it's an average fight at best. But at least it's good to see a shark. And in a way, it's kind of got a white vibe to it. So, great white shark. Mm-hmm. The blue in the book, nice shade of color. Not the worst blues you had. Great expectations, low book. But hey, I put it higher than people probably expected to, so there you go.
No, I mean, to be fair, Jack still hasn't mentioned the shark.
Yeah, can't wait to mention Solar.
Will the shark
maybe he has more high expectations of the shark beast than we do.
Pardon?
And if he does, I'm sure I won't be very happy about that. I think.
Where's the... I've lost...
You've lost what? Your mind?
I had a sweet and I dropped it and I wanted it. Oh,
That's your complaint? You dropped the sweets?
Yes, I did, and they're really nice.
The sweet is replaceable. Your mind is not.
Well,
I don't think anyone's concerned will be for that.
To be fair, with that comment, Lucas, this is Jack we're talking about.
What does that mean? You trying to say that Jack, she's not an intelligent person?
No, I'm just saying the mind might be replaceable.
Let's move along. We're at 25 on our list, I believe.
Yeah, Jack.
Don't forget to go subscribe to Adam Fern's Lucas Greens, guys. They do amazing content as well as other fun stuff that I think you guys will enjoy. And it would mean the world to me if you go and subscribe to them and show them love and support.
Even though my channel isn't producing much content, I appreciate the support.
Yeah,
right.
What about Jack Griffin's channel? That's been about.
It is current. It's uploading. It's back on track. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Styro.
Togo.
Komodo.
Oh.
It's like the free shitty dudes.
So Komodo, once again, is the weakest book of the series. A series that is average. It has its highs, it has its lows. Komodo, I personally have not really been a big fan of. The design is fine for a Komodo dragon, but that's really just it. The abilities, apart from the tail, being able to be reattached and that, like an actual lizard, not much to it. And I feel like him killing himself at the end of the book, I just think was a very stupid move. I also cannot remember much about the story, apart from the fact that they needed cacti in the icy desert. And the icy desert is cool, but still, it's a lizard. I swear that cold-blooded creatures, if they're in the cold, they'll die. So I don't get how that works, unless they... Yeah. It's something that's always personally confused me. But... Maybe it's one I need to reread, because to be honest, I do need to reread some of the Beast Quest books, because I've definitely, I think, changed why I want to change my opinion on them. Series 22 I want to reread again. Maybe Komodo is one that I do need to reread again, and I probably will. But until then, it's my least favorite. It has a story I don't really remember apart from the main plot, and don't really remember what happened until, and I don't really remember the fight as well. So I think the biggest thing I can say to Komodo is forgettable. And I think that's all I can say about it.
All right. Yeah, I do think you need to reread Series 6. Just skip Euro, then you're fine. And Terra. Skip Terra. But then we go on to Torgor the Minotaur. This beast is I'm gonna label as abusive because my guy Tagus, Tagus couldn't catch a break in this book, and neither could he catch a break in the previous book. I'm still on that train of hate on Tagus because how useless he was. But design-wise, it's the first Minotaur beast, and it's actually a solid-looking one, and I believe the only Minotaur beast as well. So, yeah, so solid one. You can't beat the classic. I love the axe that he has as well. That ends up being the red jewel at the tip, and his belt ends up being Tom's jewel belt. The fight is actually quite simple. The fight is simple but done well. And the abilities are what you'd expect, which is the downside. Other than that, though, it sets up the realm of Gorgonia very well.
Right. Very good said. I do agree with Torgor too, and we'll give my thoughts on that when I can. But Styro. So there are some good points about Styro that I do enjoy, and that is essentially I like that he has a fight near the lighthouse. I don't think we've ever had that before in Beast Quest. If I'm wrong, guys. Thank you. Design-wise, even though Styro's not the best beast, at least his design has a bit of a frightening vibe to it, and it's a bit more, it's a bit more intimidating compared to others that are not so much intimidating. And of course, it has those yellow eyes. Like Shadow. He knows what I'm talking about. That's all I can say. The armor is pretty. I like how they designed that Styro is also. It looks like a kind of rocky material, so it does look something that could blend into the environment if it was set in a good place. It is also kind of a humorous death where it smashes the lighthouse and the rock was tall. So the way it killed itself, kind of thing. At least it's a more better death than other beasts have, because some beasts have a worse of fate than doing it. Yeah. So overall, Styro is not the worst book. Does he deserve all the hate he gets? I personally say no, because I think personally there's worse than Styro. I'm sure Adam will agree with me on that statement. So
yeah, there's Elko's worse than Styro.
There you go. And I'm happy where Styro is. So over time, I think even for Adam's sake, over time, I think Battle of the Beast wise, he might have a bit more tolerable for Solo at most. I would say.
Well, at this point in time, Styro has not made it past round 1 at all, so it's not looking positive for him.
Oh, okay. There are hopes though. There are hopes.
There are hopes.
Let's just check my notes here.
I am wanting to be.
Oh, it's you. No.
Okay, that is. So, what do you think that is, Jack?
No clue.
Is there any beast that you guys have noticed has not been mentioned yet that you think, shouldn't that be mentioned by now?
Well,
I like Jackson's silence. He has different words.
I am surprised at one beast, I will admit. I think there is one beast that actually, it might be. I'm going to guess it will appear in the next 3 spots. It will appear
For who?
Which one?
Adam, I feel like. There is one beast I feel like might get mentioned.
Which
if I'm right, Pardon?
Which beast?
I think Osiron.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I do want to point out, Lucas, why have you not mentioned Querzal yet?
Oh, yeah.
You're surprised about that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all I'll say is I'm the story guy, and based on that, you can figure it out.
Oh,
Yes.
well, fair enough. Okay, who's in the countdown?
Lucas is.
Of course, because Jack can't be bothered. Well, maybe Jack has already said it.
Right.
Let's see then. So I think 3 Steprons, 2 Tigerses, 1 Ferno. I was right in the order, right? Crab.
Hyrix.
First of all, it's 3 Arxes, 2 Steprons, 1 Ferno, but okay.
And it's Grymon as well. Grymon. I had a feeling Grymon would actually get mentioned as well. That was a beast I was like, how is he not mentioned yet? And I thought that would appear as well.
Yeah, long story about that one.
So, Hyrix. Series 30 itself is it's a decent series for me. I don't mind it. There's some stuff I really like about it, but it's one of those series that I feel It's not for me personally. I can see why people would enjoy it, but for me personally, it's not as good as it could have been. Hyrix, I have actually grown a bit more appreciation for. I like his design. I like the fact it's a satyr. I like the long horns. I like the fact he can control vines. They make him a bit unique. His fight, whilst could have been a bit longer, I feel, was still also alright. Trapping him in cement, I thought was cool. Apart from that, though, it was pretty much Tom getting battered. Because we need Tom to get battered. Because if we don't let Tom get battered, he's going to be in this series, and it's the new Protectors. As much as we'd love Tom to be in this series, it's the new Protectors. Apart from that, though, there's nothing much to Hyrix.
Nothing much to them. They disappear.
Oh god, we lost him.
Yeah, give me a minute. If it does happen again, I might have to. It was a call, and I might.
I like how it's funny that you said there's nothing much to Hyrix, and boom, there's nothing.
I might have to take it if it happens again. But yeah, not much to
take.
Not much to say much about Hyrix, because Hyrix, it's fine. It introduces us to Zuba in probably the only good scene that we've had her in yet, and I think that's one of my biggest problems. Zuba is a really big wasted villain. I like the fact that it's a bandit. I like the fact we've got four bandits. Hyrule, but he does feel like the big hot-headed one. And out of all the beasts Rafe has fought so far, well, between Calderon and Velacro, there isn't much really. Rafe has had a great to good mixture of beasts, but yeah, Hyrix, I think that's where it comes from.
Fair enough. Right, we'll talk more about Hyrix when I finally get around to mentioning him, because I'm the last one to talk about him. Greymon the Bison Horror. Yeah, so it's probably no surprise that it's finally been mentioned. Probably a bit later than what some of you probably expecting. But the thing is, I don't actually have a problem with Greymon. Because the Series 21 Beast, yes, he is easily the worst one. I'm not going to dispute that. Did he kill himself whilst fighting Tom and Alina? Yes, he did. Was it hilarious? Absolutely. But I love the design. I know it's just a giant mole, but the tendrils there and the one singular eye is what pulls it up for me. Plus the cover where he's just coming out of the earth is brilliant. And the fight taking place in his own tunnels is another add-on which I really enjoy. Other than that, though, there isn't really much else to say about him, and there's only so high I could put him. Plus, Battle of the Beasts. Oh my gosh, he can't survive round one either.
Right then. Now, Crab is my position. Yeah, someone would say, you'd like Series 5 Watch, shouldn't Crab be higher? Well, yeah, but like I said, it's a thing. It's another series that you have. Some of these series that we love they get good or better as the series itself progresses. At the start, you can't just expect high expectations. Oh, I love this series. The story it's a nice introduction. We get Crab. I think Freyr's introduced in the first book, right? Yes, he is. So there's that intrigue of what's going on and all that shit. So it does give you that anticipation. The design of the beast, to be fair, say what you will about crustaceans, but they do draw them in a kind of intimidating way. In that, there is that sense of that in both books for Star and Crab. The fight, I think did they use the pearl underwater in this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, having an underwater battle is a nice little gem. So I appreciate that. I should say nice little pearl. Overall, it gives you high intrigue. I like that. I think this is the first, from what my memory is, I could be wrong. Is this the first time that Tom and Alina go across seas for a quest?
Well, across
I'm not counting Gorgonia, because Gorgonia they normally they went on a boat and they encountered the evil. They were kind of forced into it with Gorgonia. They had to teleport there.
Yeah. It's the first time they do go across seas. Well done for noticing, Lucas.
I will say, though, they did go over a wall into the Forbidden Land. So that's why I said cross seas, yes, technically.
But yeah, so overall, good expectations.
Tom and Eleanor climbed the wall.
Well, we can't say that joke anymore.
It's like when the series started to pick up its footing, you could say.
Yeah.
Right, let's press on then. Next on my list, oh, it's here. Wasn't it?
Quick, flip to the next page.
I do hope we do have a all share the same opinion on the same beast.
To be honest,
that was screwed by Jack.
Yeah, nearly had that with Elko. And my next opinion. I can't believe it.
Oh, so are you confident we're not going to have a matching opinion? Not for this entry, anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely not.
Okay. This one, I believe myself and Lucas might rank this one at the same spot, because I know Lucas doesn't think highly of this one either.
Well, we shall see.
And I'm hoping your choice of controversial picks the same as mine. Are we all ready now?
Okay, whenever Lucas is ready, I'll start the countdown.
My turn.
Oh, is it?
I think I'm ready now. Go.
Okay. Oh yeah, mother.
3, 2, 1, go.
Zephyr.
Oh.
Raimon.
Oh. Mixer.
Raimon.
Greymon just after it as well. Well, I don't really need to say much. The story is great. Sets up Series 21, which is a great series. Kills Beric, thank God. Hated him, but I'm glad, Marvel did it. Yeah, I do like Grymon's design. I don't care. I think it is the best design in the series, even though it is the weakest beast. Yeah, like Adam said, it is stupid at the end that he kills himself. But apart from that, I liked it in the tunnels. I love the fact that it was pretty much a maze. It was a hide from Grymon. You really felt the tension there. Tom and Eleanor hiding from Grymon as he prowled around. And I do not care. I think it's just the fact that he can disguise himself under the, him coming out of the soil. And you would never think out of everything that this is a mole beast. I think that's really what gets it. I think we all did when we first got the book, read it for the first time, and we're thinking, oh, this is like a cool alien-esque beast. What is it? And then you got to the book. We realized it was a mole. Well, it's definitely the most creative design for a mole I think I've ever seen. 100%. But yeah, I think the only thing about this is, once again, the story, I don't know much of it apart from the beginning and the main point of the quest. And also the fact that Grymon did kill himself. Apart from that, though, it's a decent book. It sets things up well, and I really like how it showed that the Netherworld beasts are formidable.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Right. Yeah, Mixer. Right. So this beast has a unique design, very alien-esque, more alien-esque than Grymon, if I'm being honest. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
But whilst I remember the fight very well, especially with the shapeshifting and Mixer pretending to be Eleanor at one point, and the abilities also being quite good as well, it's just a bit underwhelming. It just felt like it was the easiest job that Tom has had to do when it came to defeating the beast, and that's what made it underwhelming. Then you go to Battle of the Beasts, more recently Transformation Takedown, and Nixa didn't even survive round 1, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, Nixa doesn't really have anything impressive that I can really say about her, apart from her shapeshifter, I believe.
Fair enough. Before I get into Zephyr, though, I want to just say briefly about Grymon, is that maybe, has anyone ever thought that maybe Grymon killed himself on purpose, given those totem poles for Malvel's plan?
I'm going to say no.
Oh, okay.
I
do
not think that beast would kill itself.
It's more along the lines of that if Grymon was to kill himself, why would he do it after a fight with Tom and Eleanor rather than...
Fair point. All right, then. Well, back to something better. Zephyr. Of course, to no surprise, Zephyr would be up as high it is, because the story is really, really intriguing. Starting off revealing that there's this golden armor, and that Tom's going to get it with all these magical powers, and then screw that shit. We're not having that, because Mal doesn't want that shit. Which is interesting, because normally the villain in series before this, like a lot of series, is that the villain normally wants to make himself stronger or do something to screw the kingdom over. No, in this situation, he wants to stop the hero from getting stronger, which is something I wasn't something a lot of people weren't expected to do. And then it goes into this like fantasy, well, this obvious fantasy quest with lots of Wizard of Oz elements, with the flying creatures and the giant face and all this stuff, the threats along the way. It felt like Malvo was really getting into his usual feel as a character compared to what Series 1 is, because we didn't get much with him. But now he's like, going along the journey with him in our hero in a way, progressing for each threat. And then you get to Zephyr itself. The fight, of course, is not the best, but overall, it is intriguing to have a squid for a change. And we are going back to the same, correct me wrong with this, we are going back to the same environment where Sephiroth was and where Elena's uncle was, I believe. So there are it does bring back some unique recurring stuff, and I appreciate that touch. So, and it does give Tom, it's like this fight does mean something because he's getting the golden helmet. So that it does feel like if this was adapted to a video game, this would be a good series to adapt because as a player, you're getting more power ups for each you kill. So overall, it's a fun, enjoyable ride. I think Series 2 for me, while there are some down points here, it is a very readable series in my opinion. And it is a great start to what's to come. So, as Zephyr is not the best beast, potential on the story backs it up. All right.
You said Series 2 was great.
We didn't mention it, but I'll say it briefly. Happy Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Happy Friday the 13th.
It was not intentional to do this on this day. I need to be Friday. I did not know that was going to happen.
Happy Friday. I like Friday.
Happy Friday.
You're a fan of the Friday the 13th stuff?
The movies on that are good. They're classics in terms of horror. But if you're referring to conspiracies on bad luck, I'm gonna say I got paid today, so that's not exactly bad luck. So.
I seem to find I have some really good luck on Friday the 13th. Also, you said Series 2 as a video game would be go on to adapt. Oh yeah, I've literally just thought of a Sultra level where you need to, sneak up on her, obviously without her looking at you, and then take damage, hide, and then just keep rinse and repeat.
And once the health bar goes down, call in Arctus to finish the job.
Yeah, it'd be like a little Lucas, if it's like TM1 Bane where you take damage and then you hide.
Yeah, and also Adam would love to beat up Claw in the game. So there you go. Right, we're at the next spot now.
Then if I got to beat up Claw.
Go batshit mode on Claw. Press R2. Saved up all his power-ups, all his stuff ready for this moment.
Are we ready for 22nd place?
Yeah. Are you?
Okay, that's your turn, Jack, for the countdown.
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1.
Ravcore!
Yes! We win!
Hey, Skerrick as well, yay!
So most of our thoughts from Jack and me are back to back, so must be interesting to go.
So Ravcore, this beast, once again, is the weakest for me anyway of Series 14. However, it sets up the story really well. I like Kenza's involvement in the marketplace. And I do like the one-on-one that Tom and Ravcore have. I like the fact that Elena didn't accompany him. I like the fact that it was the one-on-one with Tom and Ravcore. Yes, it was only one chapter. And it, I can always wish it could have been longer. But I do like the fact that, Ravcore really pushed Tom. He really went at Tom. But Tom, in the end, managed to succeed. And also, just the series in general, bringing back the good beasts of Rion in this series and correcting them, I thought was very cool. And Ravcore, obviously, he went through a lot in Anaret, so it's great to see him back. And, strong, being evil. And there's also this thing which I forgot about until I actually looked through a description. The way people, the way the villagers talk about Ravcore, the way they talk about this, bull monster, basically calling him, a savage and calling him all that, it just really makes Tom, more determined to free Ravcore, and I feel like that was a really cool element in it. All that. And also, of course, it was Vedra who was, once again, sets up story well. Vedra being poisoned and Tom and Eleanor having to go and get them. Rathgor being the one to, nearly attack I forgot his name.
Is it Will?
I know it's Will. I was going to say Wilfred, but I don't.
Checking.
Is it Wilfred the Beast Keeper? I know they call him the Beast Keeper. He's in the prologue.
Yeah, it's Wilfred.
Wilfred, let's go. Wilfred the Beast Keeper. Also, his design is great. I love the multiple horns he has. His face was very. I love the fact he just looks like he's screaming on the thing. I always found that very funny.
Ah!
Yeah, and I just think for a Bull Beast, he was very good. I really enjoyed him, and I mean, out of the beasts themselves, I mean, not book-wise. Book-wise, Rathgor is last, but out of the 4 beasts, Rathgor is one of my favorites. I do really like him.
Respectfully, I disagree about the Beast of Series 14, Rathgor being one of the best. That's how wrong, Vizlak.
Not book-wise, but them as characters themselves.
Nah, just blend into one.
He's just a baby.
They're all just a baby. When it comes to the battle against Aret, Rathgor was the last beast standing, I believe. So, yeah, I'll give him that. So, Skurek the Forest Demon. So, the first beast of 2 to have the title, the Forest Demon. I've only just noticed that today, so did Jack. So,
yeah.
This was actually a good start to Series 13, in my opinion, especially when it came to the story, but not my domain. But beast-wise, it's a unique-looking design and kind of a beta Xeric, but done better than Xeric, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I do think it's a great-looking design, especially with the blue eyes going all around his body. But ultimately, it's just a giant maggot, and maggots are gross. But then again, it kind of adds to the revolting aspects of Skurek, especially with the fact that he's a child napper. I have to be careful the way I phrase that one. But the fight was also fun in the forest, and like Jack said, near the village of Arenel, which adds that personal add-on to Tom. And I believe, if I remember right from the story, didn't Tom's uncle go into the forest to try and find the children before Tom got there?
I think he did. I remember Henry was arranging a search party to go and look for the kids.
Yeah. And I believe Tom didn't even defeat this beast. I believe the villagers just set it alight as well.
Maybe.
So, yeah.
All that matters is that they got Aunt Maria's cherry pie at the end. That's literally as well as I remember. They got Aunt Maria's cherry pie.
And the whole thing about the cherry pie, that was good for foreshadowing to Koba as well.
Oh my god, I never realized that.
Yeah,
I just cherry pie foreshadowing of Koba.
Finding out new things about books you read like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but I don't get how a cherry pie.
So, if I may, Koba is a shapeshifter and turned into a future version of Tom in Vermok, I believe. And when they got to Koba, they got to a castle where there was a pie on there, an apple pie, and the future version of Tom was like, "Oh, just like what Aunt Maria used to make."
Oh, I get you.
Present Tom's like, "But she makes cherry pies." I did not even notice that until Jack over here pointed out that they had a cherry pie at the end. But it was also one of those few beasts, Skurek, that Tom didn't actually kill. It was actually other people that killed. So yeah, I have some like
There's a reference that I'm thinking of. Apple pies. Oh, my favorite cherry pies, you great lummox. Happens every time. Right.
So, has got anything to add on about Rathgor? Or?
Overall, Rathgor. Rathgor is a good store. Rathgor is a good book with great expectations. I wouldn't say great per se, but more like interesting ones, because you start off with, I believe it's Crymon, who's infected as evil, and then Vidra is poisoned, and then you have the good beast from the spin-off series. I'm surprised it wasn't a spin-off series. Well, the beasts from that like mini kingdom, Rion, it has an I in it, okay. But yeah, that little thing, they come back into play. I appreciate that. They're all evil. The corruption horror is a nice touch. his fight on the mountain is different. I'll give it that. It's not one of the most engaging fights overall, but I feel like the intrigue of Kensa doing it's just one of Kensa's better plots, in my opinion, where she's trying to turn the beast evil in a more better way compared to like something like 11 was. So there is some sort of mystical intrigue there that progresses you forward and makes you want to read. It's a nice start to the new generation era, and overall, it's something that I will give a good a good point on when it needs to.
Yeah.
Of course, Jack has disappeared, so he'll be back at some point.
I am still here. I just have to check someone. It's just my camera's not on. I am still here though, guys.
Was that loud to anyone else? Because that scared me.
That scared you?
Yeah. Also, with what you were saying regarding Rion having an I, so it should be called Ryan. We call Ria, but her name is spelled R-I-A. So is it Raya then? But
Well,
that's
Ria is more because of the A. I'm not going to go judge for a little woman in the demo. It's more of an
Guys,
to
we
me.
don't have time for this.
You don't have time for what?
No, I can't believe like when I've been. Is it Raya or Ria? It's been 5 years.
So what is it?
It's whatever you want it to be, Adam.
Ria, it's whoever you want to be.
Look, I got over the whole Exocon to Zirkin thing, so that's all.
Oh, not Exocon. I remember
I'm going
Okako.
Zirkin now, so I've got over myself.
My God, Okoko pissed me off.
I said, I got over it. So
right,
Okay.
21st place.
Okay. Ready.
Lucas, it's your turn to do the countdown when you're ready.
I'm not going to set a bomb. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I might get crucified for this one. This is probably one of my more controversial picks.
Has the chat been updated, Lucas? Has anything been said?
Checking. My name's not Lucas.
Time for the countdown. And since no one's doing it, it's up to me once again to save our day. 3, 2, 1, fire. Zulok.
Electro.
Hey, we got birds. I like that. We got birds.
Oh, Electro! I was not expect. Okay, right.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad. I thought that would be higher. I was surprised.
Well, remember, he's the beast guy, not the story guy. You think he's
no, but he loves Series 24, so I really did think that.
Yeah, multiple levels, whatever. Let him have his fun when his time comes.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
So, Nixa the Deathbringer. I don't care what anyone says. I like Series 4. I think it's a good story. Bringing Taladon back. Sets up a quest. Obviously, in my opinion, one of the darkest. Well, not darkest, but one of the scariest, spookiest series, I'd say.
Eerie?
It has a great thing with Eleanor. The fight itself took place in the cave, was cool. But I do feel like Nixa herself is really cool. And her abilities are cool. But I don't think it was used enough. I feel like she only does it with Eleanor. And that's that. I think it would have been even. I tell you what could have made the story a bit better, because I also feel like just having the fake Eleanor run onto the real Eleanor was just a bad thing. I think it would have been better if Eleanor had gone off, Nixa had captured her in her cave. She takes obviously the form of the fake Eleanor, goes back to Tom. They investigate. They go through the story as Nixa as the fake Eleanor, with hints being dropped that it might not be. They get to Nixa's cave. Eleanor, the real Eleanor, is obviously trapped, and Nixa reveals herself. I always felt like that would have been a much better story, and it would have shown Nixa's abilities better. I do like the Eleanor scene, but I think that, from what I just said, even though I just made it up, I think that would have been a better showcase, and I think that would have been a bit better, because you can still have the fight in the cave, and technically Nixa has been throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, but that all depends. Doesn't that whole plot depend on Tom being kind of stupid until he gets to the cave? That's kind of something elaborate, really.
Yeah, but if Nixa's trying to turn Tom away to go back to Avantia, he won't back down because it's the chance to save his father. He won't go back no matter what.
And also Nixa has the siren song. She has her siren song.
Yeah. Also, Jack, she does change into this random woman as well as like her go-to form when she's not her beast mode. If you get what I mean.
Oh yeah, the prologue. I forgot about that. 'Cause she does
Yeah,
that
she
to one
does.
of the
She does it.
farmers.
She does it in the climax as well. I think that's her ghostly form, which is a bit disappointing. Let's be honest.
Mm. But either way, I like her design. Apart from that, though, up till the fight, once again, the story is forgettable.
Okay.
And once again, I do wish that her abilities had been used a bit better. And I think the whole Eleanor thing could have been done better as well. Apart from that, though, I think Nyx is a good special, a good starting book, and I did enjoy it.
Okay. Right.
Ooh.
So with Electro, I'm fully aware the start to one of the best seasons of Beast Quest. Story-wise, it's perfect. Beast-wise, let's not beat around the bush here. It is a bit underwhelming.
Let's go.
Looks great. I'm not going to deny that. The fight was interesting. Nice location at the top of a pyramid in Pylorus. But the abilities are so underutilized and so much missed potential.
Let's go.
Hey! I'm talking. I didn't interrupt you. So, so it's a bit underutilized, underwhelming, and to sum it up, really, because of the abilities that she was able to use in the book, which I, by my laws, I have for Battle of the Beast. These are what I can use in Battle of the Beast. There's nothing I can use. This is just a bird that's there to add to the body count of how many gets killed. Yeah. Great design, and that's the only thing saving it from being any lower on the list. But 21st place isn't bad, depending how you look at it. So,
Right. Zulok. Of course, the intrigue is there. There, you have your characters into the ghost realm, which is a very spooky setting. They don't know what they're doing, and I don't think they. Correct if I'm wrong. Do they know what they're doing with the eggs, or they do not know? The heroes.
That's a good question.
Oh, so you don't even know. So if they do know what they're doing, why would they piss off a beast? Number two, if they don't know what they're doing, it makes more sense.
I think it's a case of they unknowingly tread too close to her nest.
Understandable. But I like the thoughts of the mother trying to get back her egg. The spooky setting is a plus, so that puts it as well as it is. The bird itself looks very intimidating, and you think like for a scary, spooky beast, it would have a horrible motive. So in a way, it does. How I put it, it does give you that misdirect. Oh, you're in the ghost realm. All beasts are evil. No, it's not. That's not the case. And I appreciate that touch. So overall, it's a good start to an interesting series that has its perceptions, and it does take its own twists and turns throughout. So overall, I think Zoolok is a good read if you're looking for something that you're not expecting.
On the topic of Zoolok, this is going to sound a bit depressing. Because they're in the Isle of Ghosts and Zoolok's a good beast, do you think she's probably a beast that was in another realm, but then she died and ended up there?
I can't believe that.
Who knows?
That's a bit depressing, let's be honest. But all right, 20th place, guys.
I only had to type in.
Ready, Jack?
I want to point out I only had to type in 4 letters.
Is it me doing the?
So that way, I think I know what yours is. Then I'm going to make a guess. Is it by any chance Nixa? Hey! Right.
Okay.
3, 2,
Didn't we just
1.
talk about Nixa?
Yeah, Jack did.
Jack, you screwed again.
Oh, I also mentioned it a few spots ago. Right, Jack, let's reveal our ones now. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, Jack! Jack, my guy!
I find it funny that we both had very close perceptions back to back, really.
Well, myself and Jack almost matched with Styro and Querzo at one point.
Could have also done it with Elko as well. There was 3 chances.
So your piece, Jack.
So basically, the story's great. I really enjoy the story. I think it's very good, making Tom evil. Really like that. Electro itself has a brilliant design. I think it's really good. and it has cool abilities, but it doesn't utilize them. And the fight, I always don't like because I feel like it was just it felt rushed, and the fight itself was just. But I will also say they bring Storm in this series, but they don't bring Silver because
We lost
Every
him.
time.
not seen. Test it. Are we back?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
what
Sorry.
he said.
Sorry. And Silver was not seen.
Yeah.
From until series 27 from series 15. Actually, no, he was seen in series 20, but he did not get involved in a quest since series 15.
He's getting old.
I know. So are we.
Wait, hold on. I just realized something. Why does Silver age, but Tom and Eleanor don't?
There's more time passed.
No, but think about it. He's a wolf. He ages more in like wolf years.
Yeah, but I got a 2-year-old dog that acts like a baby, but in dog years he's 14.
No, but also it might be in terms of how old he was at the beginning of the series.
I have to cut. Wait, no, that's in the Holy Bible.
He's a silver wolf.
All right.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. He's a silver wolf.
How about this, Adam? How about because he was infected by Malvel's magic, that probably infected it a bit.
No.
No. Regular Silver is in the Holy Bible as well. If I could find it,
So
I don't know my alphabet.
Anyway,
but that's the only explanation you can think of why Silver's age is a bit old.
How old is he?
35. Wait, that's very old for a wolf. Okay, it's probably 5 in human years.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Electro. The story up until that point, it's nice setting it up, but I feel like it really comes down to the beast abilities being underwhelming. Apart from that, though, it's a good starting book, and I do enjoy it. I just wish the fight had not been rushed because it could have been a really cool. Honestly, that fight not being rushed, I definitely would have put in the beast much higher.
Same.
Those are the rules of Series 1. Most beasts are rushed. When you do the first
book,
book,
exactly. Yeah. They choose the story over the beast.
I will say though.
I mean, isn't that more important?
No.
Okay.
What did you think about the location of the fight?
It was all right. I didn't mind it. I will be back, guys. Just give me a minute.
Okay. You're not going to
have your say, Adam.
Okay.
I'm not going.
He's not going. He just walked through the door. Right. Of course, the all-seeing ape. So I was very surprised for you to rank him last place, but I understand it's your opinion, and you don't remember the story very much. But unfortunately, I can't relate. Design does look all right. I like the idea of it having one eye and one eye on the back of him. And the abilities are also interesting as well. 360 vision. Oh, he's back. As well as control of the forest.
360 vision was cool.
The fight was a bit forgettable and a bit underwhelming, which is why she's ranked in 20th place rather than any higher. But I do have some liking to a quarter. But at the end of the day, it is a monkey beast or a gorilla beast or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Orangutan, I think it is.
That's why it's not any higher. Okay, now you can talk.
Who are you referring to could talk?
Jack.
Go on, Lucas. No, I was joking. Go on, Lucas.
Well, technically it's an ape. I'm not going to give you that shit. So it's an ape, but technically it's an orangutan, which is part of the ape family. So end of. Anyway, Nixa. Nixa, story-wise, it's not just people keep praising Nixa mainly because of her intrigue of the beast itself, but story-wise, it also introduces back Taladon, and he's a ghost, and we have to wonder how the hell he got that way. And the fact that you bring back, basically, in Taladon before this, I believe he was mentioned at least he was at least mentioned in the first series. I don't think he was mentioned in series 2 or 3, but go ahead.
He was mentioned in Sultra.
They mention him.
So
I'm surprised they made
about him, and now we finally get to meet him.
And they mention him in
retrospective of series 4. Given what we know about, since he knows that stuff in series 5, it does make you wonder why did he does keep a few secrets like Dumbledore type character.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. But yeah, so there is that mystery with them trying to help him, and then each piece of and we find out the first book of Nixa when he beats Nixa, he does lose one of his golden armor powers, which is transferred back to Taladon, because his life was coming back. So there is that sensual tension is a worry to you as the protagonist, because you're wondering, like, can he still beat these beasts without the golden armor? And of course, we know that before that he could, but since he's got a test of the golden armor, I mean, like Series 2, there's a bit of a time gap. He's had a bit of time with the armor before it was taken from him. So there is that concern. So overall, while the Nixa wasn't handled the best, the story had its moments to build up and keep its strength where it was.
Okay. I will say, I don't know if you picked up on it, Lucas, but Jack did say that Taladon was mentioned in Sting in that catacomb tomb thing.
Okay, so he was mentioned in 2 and 3, so that there is that.
He was also definitely mentioned in Series 1, well, book 1.
Yeah, of course, he was about the whole Malval thing.
Yeah, maybe book 6 as well. So
yeah, he was in Malval mentioned about his father saying he helped me in the scrolls.
I think he is mentioned quite a bit though, especially in the early season.
Yeah, he was. That's the whole reason Tom wants to go on his quest, because he won't be like his father.
Yeah. Right.
No.
19th place. Now, I'm surprised this beast that I'm about to bring up has not been mentioned by you guys as well. More Jack than Lucas, actually, because I know Lucas prioritized story and it's an alright story. Anyway.
What should be mentioned by me next?
What should be mentioned by all of us? That'd be incredible.
I'm ready.
Right, Jack, your turn for countdown.
Oh, I just flipped I flipped like 20 pages and it's on the beast I need. Perfect.
Oh,
right.
Cool.
3, 2, 1. Crab.
Krytor.
Oh, Krytor. Speaking of Krytor, yeah, I'm gonna mention him.
How has he not been mentioned?
Crab.
I mentioned Crab.
Crab, Master of the Sea.
I think he means Krytor, but yeah, I'll get. But we'll see. Jack,
you good?
Sets up the series well. It's a good-looking beast. The abilities are alright. It can walk on water. It's Crab Jesus. The fight was fine. A bit forgettable. The only thing I really remember about it is that the pearl was used. I like the fact that Tom, I believe, stabbed Crab. By the way, this was also one of the first Beast Quest books I ever actually read. Crab. And basically, I think the story. Oh, what's the word? Once again, it starts off well, know what to do, but then I literally don't remember anything else really about Crab. In the rest of the book, the only reason is this high is because I do know some of the things that do happen, and obviously it sets up a good series, and also that Crab just has a lot more going for him. I feel. There was also a great part when he did walk on water, when he scurried up to like literally Tom and Eleanor. That got me spooked, to be honest. Crab just scurried up. But yeah, that's pretty much why Crab's here. I've got nothing to really say about Crab, I'll be honest.
Before we press on, guys, I'd like to point out someone commented that we're losers. Take that what you will.
Oh, damn.
It's the opposite day.
Well, look, that person does not know how our lives are, so she can't really judge us.
Yeah,
right, carry on.
The person that said, oh, it's a different person. Yeah, never mind. It's just one person. So I do want to say, I would never not think about Crab again and think of Crabby Jesus. What did it say?
I don't know why he was trying to go with the Jesus metaphor.
Because Jesus walks on water, apparently.
Okay.
Right. Krytor the Bloodbat. I absolutely am surprised this beast has not been mentioned yet by any of us, but now I've mentioned it. Design is better than Fang, and that's the upgrade, I guess. So, yeah, they're doing something right. However, it's not really that unique or creative, so can't really say much else to that. Abilities-wise, it's very bland and basic, what you'd expect of a bat. And the fight it had intrigue with Amelia going against Tom, going against Krytor. It's just a case of I forgot what was happening, and I kind of lost all intrigue in the fight before the beast even showed up, because I didn't really care for the story that much either. but I know it's a good story. I know it's held highly regarded by both of you. But yeah, that's all I can really say regarding Krytor. I don't remember much from him.
All right then. Versus, of course, while Series 9 is an interesting bag for me because, as we know, I didn't have much fond memories of it. But it's a series that has grown on me, like some other series for you guys. Story-wise, it is of course its strong suit. While the Beast, of course, is not the best, compared to both Tom's perspective and Mal's perspective, these two guys have been at each other's throats for a long time, and now we're at a point where the villain somehow Malville is weakened because of his recent victories against Tom. So he's struggling. Can someone bear in mind how he's weak?
Malville. That's what happened to him in Series 7? No, wait. Is he weak at the start of Series 9? He's weak.
Yeah, that's why he's going to the Well of Power or whatever. Because he's trying. He's going to the magical well thing.
Okay.
I think he was going to the Well of Power just so he could become invincible. I don't think it was because he was weakened. I know at the beginning of Series 10
I got the impression he was weakened. So I read Adam C first.
Several things, guys. One, the Well of Power. I'm pretty sure that's in Series 9.
Eternal Flame. Yeah, I know.
It's the Eternal Flame in Series 9. And that's because he's trapped in the Eternal Flame. That's why he was weak at the start of Series 10. Series 9, he just had an accomplice named Petra.
Yeah, I got the impression he was weakened, though.
I don't think so. I mean, he got overran by Revolution at the end of Series 7 and took a season off, but I don't know if he was weak from it.
What was in jail?
If he is weak, that's an idea for a reread now, because if he is weak, I'm telling the truth. And if he's not weak, then I'm telling a lie. Regardless, though...
I'm not rereading Ursus. I don't care what you say.
So, Lucas, I've just reread...
Right, though?
I'll reread
Lucas, I've just reread the book. You were wrong, and I was right. Malva's perfectly fine at the beginning of
okay.
Ursus.
So he's just doing it for power hungry games.
Yeah, literally, but just wants power.
So there goes that mistake. Does it still ruin the story perspective? No, not really, I suppose. Because the fact that I'm still happy where I put it, even though that the villain isn't as... I think it portrays him in a different way because we don't necessarily see him much with his henchwoman, mostly. So there is that nice, those two going along. They're more shown. It's like they give them more personal time together before the betrayal, which is obviously setting up. So I do appreciate that. Tom coming down to the mysterious kingdom is a nice touch, and the fact that it gives you that intrigue that there's no beasts here, it's just all Malville's doing. So there is some intrigue in there, even if you take the aspect out of it. So regardless, I'm still happy where I put it.
That's fair enough. Definitely in the top 20, I would say it's a respectable place for Ursus. It's just a shame that I can't look at Ursus as a beast the same way you look at Ursus as a story.
Oh god,
the bear is real.
That's a Lynxie series reference, Jack.
He does watch it too, you know.
I know. I'm just going to continue doing a running joke. Every time you say the bear is real, I'm just going to say that's a Lynxie series reference.
Well, that's obvious.
It's funny.
Also, Alan, you left a comment saying noted. That's supposed to be for someone else.
The person called us losers, and I was like, okay, noted. Smiley face.
Well, you're taking a remark to it. Just ignore it.
Well, what? Yeah, but we can acknowledge the comment. Doesn't mean we have to take it personally.
I mean, I did acknowledge it, didn't I? I said it.
I've been called a lot worse in my job, so.
Thank you for your lovely life story. All right, I know what my 18 is.
It all started on the day I was born.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, all right, dick.
Here we go.
Lucas, your turn for the countdown.
All right. I'm sure people have their own guesses of who could be next for each other. And there's only one thing to say. 3, 2, 1.
I think Krytos.
Whoa!
Woe to who?
Lupix? What the hell?
Lupix.
Who's Jack's woe to?
Mine's Torgal, but I thought that was a very respectable place to put Torgal.
Well, you know where I ranked him.
This guy is just he's so muscular. Like, why is he so ripped?
Yeah, he
That's the
is.
Minotaur.
But anyway, sets up the series really well. Yeah, Torgor, it has one of my favorite prologues where these people are just running about in the forest, and then Torgor just comes out and then just like, why is? I've also realized in this book when looking back through it, Torgor aura farms so much in this book. It is it's so unreasonable. There's several illustrations where Torgor just walks in, like that first prologue, and then when he comes in with his axe, why is bro just aura farming? Tagus, I think what you've got to realize, Adam, is that we've just had the events of Trillion, which, Tagus was overpowered then. I get what you mean by, Tagus was useless in Trillion, but mind you, he's been beaten by Torgor, and he was already weak enough after Trillion. So obviously Torgor is going to be able to straight up overpower him. Yes, the fight, it sets up, the whole kingdom of Gorgonia well. I do wish we could actually go back there. Would be cool. And the fight, yeah, it wasn't that long, but I still thought it was really cool. And this way, of course, we get the dual belt. For the red jewel where we can speak to the beasts, which is I think we can all agree personally, it's my favorite jewel of him to use. And he gets the belt in the first place, so Torgor is an important factor in that. And like I said, sets it up well. The Rotten Flesh map, Curlo, I believe, and the Gatekeeper, Malvel's Kingdom, the Blood Red Sky. It set everything up so well for this series, and it did deliver. For me, anyway, in my opinion, I think the series did deliver. So it is cool to see that. And Torgor, he may be, even though I probably will need to reread it as well, he may be my least favorite currently. But there is a good chance that he won't. There's a good chance he might move up, and I definitely have appreciated him more than when I reviewed him back in 2022, which was a long time ago now.
And you're going to look forward to more Torgor when I get to him. So I'm mostly going to be repeating Jack's words probably. But yeah. So yeah, I only get to be more around.
First of all, I love that you said Torgor was aura farming. That's hilarious. Second, when it comes to Torgor for me compared to the other beasts, he is on the bottom half, but last place for me is actually Naga. He fell down a lot. That's a surprise even for me.
Was that because the Battle of the Beast or his book?
Oh, both. That's the story for another day. Anyway,
I remember Naga is the best beast of Series 3. No other beast comes close to beating Naga.
Komodo the Lizard King. So this opens up Chaonia quite well, the world of chaos, and taking place in the icy desert may seem a bit confusing when you have a lizard as the beast, which Jack pointed out, but this lizard happens to have a very thick skin, and that's what increases the body temperature for Komodo, making him able to survive in multiple weather conditions, hence why he doesn't straight up die. Speaking of straight up dying, this is the first beast to commit suicide. But due to his tail being chopped off, that's why he couldn't do a sharp turns like he was used to, so he didn't know that, and he fell off a cliff and, well, died. But he did survive the fall. He just accepted defeat because he just couldn't be asked to come back up, which is what it looks like anyway. So, you know what? That's a mood, if I'm going with Jack's slang. So,
that's a mood. Oh my.
Abilities aren't that great. And as for progress in Battle of the Beasts, he's never done well. He did make it to round 2 in the first tournament, but then died very quickly after. So, nothing much to say about Komodo other than he's alright. Yeah.
All right then. Lupix, the Ice Wolf. Overall, New Protector's not my favorite. Wraith isn't not my favorite either. So 2 sides of joy there. But the beast does make up for all its shortcomings, and it's also the introduction of the next part of the series for the New Protector. So it does develop those characters, which it does have those moments. So I appreciate that, and the fact that, of course, Adam's Battle of the Beast has also given it more shape, and it has progressed to more faithful beasts it is. So there is that to being account to. while its death is kind of wimpy and pathetic, overall, I think the presentation of the beast makes up for its shortcomings, and that's where I'm putting it where it is. So, with that being said, we mess along.
Yeah. I will say, though, when it comes to Battle of the Beast, Lupix is yet to prove herself. Her debut battle was actually released today. So we don't know how well she'll do, but all I can say is I had fun using her, especially with some of her abilities. But I'll talk about her when I get to it.
Yes, you will. So in a way, it's like foreshadowing what's to come today.
Yeah. Right.
17.
Right, Jack, read my mind, okay? You know what to do. Okay, you know which beast to say, right? If this actually works.
You're trying to do a tie.
Which I'm trying to do a tie with Jack because that hasn't happened yet. But also, I know you already mentioned this beast, Lucas, so we won't get a three-way tie. But 3, 2, 1, go.
Quark.
Oh.
Hey, you got purple. That's better than nothing, right?
No, it doesn't count. No, it's not the same. That's the first time a Siron came on as well, so that's actually really surprising. But hold on, Quark in 17th place.
Quark, I'm surprised with it.
Yeah, I got a question. Why?
Okay,
you will find out.
Okay, then.
So basically, Siron is a beast that I think this is where I think we're now getting into the good starting books for me. And a Siron, I think, is a good starting book. Now, yes, it doesn't use Nolan well, which is sad because I don't know why they let him go back to Tangala, but the other 3 could stay and fight. Had Nolan stayed and fought like on the cover, I think that would have been really good for him. The beast itself is very unique, probably one of the most unique skeleton beasts we've had. I love his fog ability. You know, obviously being able to reassemble himself, and the fact it did take place in a beast graveyard. I always love a new change, a unique location for a beast to be fought in. And once again, this was the beginning of the new Protectors era. I do think actually I don't really have much to say about these beasts. The story is just there, and the beast. I think this is the first one where I do say the beast. For me, is the best part of the story. I do enjoy Sauron. The story itself is fine. I don't think the series picked up for me anyway properly until Styx, but that's just me. But Sauron, out of the new Protectors, I would say. Well, actually, I've just realised. I mean, out of the new Protector series so far, he's second worst, so he's not bad. And I think that's all I can say about him. It's the first one where the beast is better than the story. The story itself is just whatever. But yeah, it's a good starting book.
Fair enough. I just realised I haven't mentioned any of the new Protectors books yet. Goddamn. So Osiron, interesting actually. I will talk about that one when I get to it. Menux, the Saber-Tooth Terror. Now, like with what Lucas said regarding Menux, he's not the best beast, let's be honest. But the thing is, what makes Menux intriguing to me as a beast is that he has a job. And whilst he probably has the worst possible location for where his job is, bear in mind he's weak to fire and he works at a forge, do the math, I still think he gives off that intimidation factor for what is to come for the rest of the series. He's easily the worst beast in this series, so hold my hand up to that. But it starts off what is one of my favourite stories for Beast Quest. Unfortunately, though, I'm a Beast guy, so I can't talk about it. But abilities are basic. Design looks actually quite cool for what he is. And the fight actually had some intrigue there with the different levels of the forge that they were fighting on. And then with Menux falling into the pit of fiery despair. I may have over-exaggerated that part a bit, but I digress. Moving on. So, Quag.
Yes, Quag. Right. Right, the dragon of... What is that dragon kingdom again? Dragonia?
Dragonia. Draconia or Dragonia?
Checking now. Actually, I'm going to... where is it?
I think it's Draconia.
Yeah, I'm going to check now. I'm not going to get my Quag out because then it might give away to where it is. It's Draconia, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, it's nice to have Quag in this. He's an alright beast. He does have potential for his stone gazing ability, so there is that. But Series 19 is a big mystery for me. Where I have read it once, it didn't. There are aspects that I didn't feel like I didn't. I felt like I didn't pay this series as much attention as I did. And if I had to go back and reread a series when I get the chance, it would be this. So I think putting in the middle of the road for me is the best I can give it. So that's the word I'm going with there. And I know that Beric is involved and it does lead to certain things. So there is that, knowing what's to come, it does feel like, on a retrospective, it might have more layers to it. So overall, it does show potential.
Fair enough, yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Right, 16th place. We're now at the halfway point of our list.
Wow.
For me, this is where the beasts start getting good, but until we get to the top 12, that's when the beast starts to excel to me. But Lucas, mind read here. Come on, we gotta have the same one.
Oh,
mine's already been said, so we're definitely not going to get a free, sadly. But
yeah.
You guys aren't going to disagree. You guys are going to, especially Adam, you're going to disagree with my opinion or with my thing here.
I swear to God, if it's Wardock, we're gonna have problems here and I. Wait, you already said Wardock.
Yeah, I already said Wardock. Too bad. Haha.
Right. Go time for countdown, Jack.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Wardock.
Ursus.
There's your Wardock, Adam. You got your wish.
Okay, I predicted for the wrong guy. But Jack, you mind read me, but the wrong beast.
Well, he already said Wardock, so yeah, it was your own fault, isn't it, Adam?
He had a sign on, but I just had it.
Yeah, I asked him to mind me, but I wanted Menux said. Speaking of which, Jack, have you mentioned Menux yet?
No, I haven't.
Jesus Christ. I thought you didn't like Series 22.
Yeah, but Anyway. Ursus the Clawed Roar. I have always liked this series, even the weaker parts. And I do not care what you say. I'm the biggest defender of Ursus out there. Because this, honestly, for me, hear me out, it's a comfort book. I love the story in this. It starts off with Taladon and Freya. They have a nice dance. They have a nice party. That was amazing. Having Tom's parents, be together, a little thing. It's nice to finally have Wallace. And then we finally, it's nice to see those two, back together now that they finally reunited after Series 8. And even Tom saying how, he loves his parents. Like, his parents are so nice. And then the following series happens. And then I love how Adura just pulls him aside being like, I know you're really happy that your parents are back, but you got to go on this quest. And it is a very nice one. I love the fact that it's like almost cave people in Pencrow, like the ones with Ursus. They're not cave people, but they live in the wild. Ursus is just this bear that just rolls around, eats honey, is a friend to the children, and just walks around. Ursus, to me, I just love the way he's drawn. The fight was very good. Ursus did not back down. He swung very violently at them. And I also love the fact it's a harp that calms him down. I love the fact that it's music. I thought that was very cool instead of just, massacre. We're not massacring the beast, but taking him down there. Because you'd think for a big physical beast, you need to have like a big plan. But no, it's the harp that ends up. I think it's a harp anyway, yeah. The harp that ends up soothing Ursus. I also love the ending when the child just goes up to Ursus and hugs him. I don't care. It's a little detail that I just love. how this bear is just getting hugged by this child. It's just sweet, especially after, like, it's just a book that's they're in the forest, which, by the way, and no one else will remember this. I love the way the forest is described in this book. It's very nicely described. I like my description of a forest because it was very nice. Like I said, Malville and Petra introduces Suraf and how no, that's Henkram introduces Suraf, which is a place I actually wish we can go back and visit. Honestly, I wish we could. And yeah, Ursus for me is a comfort book. It's a book that I would gladly read on like a spring day. Well, it is spring now, so I could read this in spring, sets the mood. I just love it. I also love just his design and the redness in his eyes. So I don't care what you guys say. I will defend this book, and I do not care. I love this book.
So how's the
Well, I
forest?
think Adam put Ursus lower than I did.
I did. I put it in the 4th lowest place.
So for
Why on earth did you do that, Adam?
It's an underwhelming. It's an underwhelming beast by itself. Let's be honest. Everything you mentioned is about the story.
I love the beast. It's a bear.
I wonder if now I'm starting to wonder if you picked that on purpose because of the whole freaking bear joke.
No, I love Ursus. Oh.
They're real, Jack.
So are snakes. Get over it.
I like snakes. Shame I can't talk about one today, but that's fine. Right.
Oh yeah,
Simon the Fleshless Killer. So, it's a good thing Jack decided to mention this before I did, because at least someone agreed to me regarding the story not really standing out that much. It's just traces up a rescue mission with more people than one. So this is a discount of Series 25, just with a better starting beast. The design of this beast is unique and one of a kind, really, when you only have Stritor to really compare it to and Isrilla to an extent. So that's one thing. And then you also got the abilities, which are interesting, and one unique one with the Nauseous Fog as well. And then the fight being in such a unique location, which screwed me up in our Beast Quest Guess Who. But other than that, it was still a unique. Just Jack, I still beat you in that game. So that it was still a unique location with an interesting fight. The only downside is Nolan was not allowed to fight, whilst Katja, Rafe, and Myandra got to fight the beast they were held hostage by. So favoritism, and there's another word, but I can't say it on live stream. So
if it's what I'm thinking of, then you got Myandra as well, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's just favoritism.
Yeah. No, Adam, it's not that. They're not going that far. No.
Don't know what's got into Adam today. He must be very happy about something.
Well, like I said at the start of the stream, my bet's going my way.
Let's go.
Is it though?
So far.
You predicted Wardock for the wrong guy.
How much are you winning?
So I bet £5 for the results of 9 games to have the 9 teams I picked to win. And if I'm right about all 9 of them, I believe I get around £300.
Oh,
from a
£5 bet. So far I'm 2 for 9. So
Wardock, let's get on with this.
Wardock.
Right. Of course, this is no surprise that Wardock is where he is. And the story does have its intriguing moments that were established already regarding, I believe these two characters, they're here because of the weddings, right, of those two.
I forgot they got married.
Yeah, but was it a wedding? I thought it was like a first meeting for this one.
Well, we know they're a couple, and we get Thomas later on, so wouldn't the timeline make sense for it to be?
I think they met. I think they had met.
I fucking know. So,
yes.
At the end of Series 15 was their wedding because Velmal came back and Grashgord abducted.
Yeah, so the wedding does happen in Series.
So I think it was more like a previous engagement. Maybe?
Yes, was Hugo and Aroha childhood friends? Because they knew each other beforehand, didn't they?
So my question is
they've been friends for years.
My question is this a royal, is it like what's the term for an arranged marriage, or is this the naturally get together because they liked her?
Well, considering they're both the rulers of their respective kingdoms, I don't think it was arranged. I think it was more.
Yeah, arranged marriages normally happen with the princess or prince.
So nothing to do with king and queens. Okay. But yeah, it's a nice. So that intrigue, the fact that those two characters are going to get hitched is pretty cool. And then you have this deception that thinks that Tom and Ellen are behind it. So the deception between the Tangarians and the Avantians, and they have to try and stop, have all this peace to restore the treaty. You find out Roto is like the villain or like the hench villain. And then Velmal's back. That's another big stakes there, given how much Velmal's done damage before. Because if I'm wrong, the last time we saw Velmal was in that 2-part 5 in Series 6 and 5, yeah?
It was nice to see him back.
So yeah, that intrigue, that's got to build it up. Warwick itself, his fight basically, well, he's not as well done as Battle of the Beast, of course, but this was the starting point that got Adam's inspiration for the character, where he shows up, doesn't give our heroes a break. He follows them from the basic campground to different environments to like a cliff. Then it's finally built to like a cliff area, and then they fight into the cliff, and I think he ends up drowning away. So overall, there is that engaging thing. Not many beasts can say that they don't give the hero a break.
Karaka
wasn't really done well, was she?
He's got a point. Karaka is kind of dumb.
Bear in mind that Warwick has more experience than Karaka, though. She's just transformed into one.
I like that sly smile Jack just did there. Going like, oh yes, I just proved him wrong.
Actually, you didn't, because I've pointed out Warwick has more experience than Karaka does. Karaka just turned into her form.
That's because Karaka was a human. That doesn't count.
It does to me. So, that being said, though, you're supposed to be defending Walker. He's one of the winner's circles.
Okay, here. What we on now again?
15th place.
Oh
yeah, overall, though, Warlock, the Sky Terror, great story. Beast perspective is intriguing, and see how it goes when it comes to all of these. So there you go.
We get that when I get to him.
So you haven't mentioned it, have you? So therefore, you agree with me then?
Yeah, I do.
So I'm not sure what the hell. When you bring up Warlock, I would like to make a good defense against the Koraka situation. I'm sure you'll give me something.
Sure. Right. Are we all
I have faith in you, mate. Come on. Not that I'm asking you, but I believe that you have an agreement with that statement.
Here we go.
Yeah, I know who I need to get. I need to get you. Okay.
Do we remember whose turn this is?
On the countdown?
Yeah.
Well, we'll let you go for Adam. I haven't heard you say it, so I'll let you have it.
Okay. Right, are you all ready?
Yeah.
No, I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Krytor.
Krytor.
God, guys!
I can't see Jack's picture. He froze. Oh, there we go. He's back. His camera froze to me, so I never got his reaction.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Question: has Adam and you ever gotten a tie on this video?
That's 2 pairs me and Lucas have, Adam.
So you two have 2 ties. I have 1 tie with Lucas and no ties with Jack yet.
Why are you so pissed off about not tying with Jack?
Anyway. Oh, wait. No, I just realised I did it wrong. It wasn't Krytor.
Oh, all right.
I realised that was my next one. It was a quarter.
Oh, for God's sake. You raised my hopes. I thought it was going to be Crab.
Question, was that done on purpose or was it accidental?
Yeah, seriously, it was accidental. It's because I got Krytor ready, which it's my next one. So
that spoils it.
That's sad. I thought we actually had like 2 picks.
No, it turns out you screwed up because you didn't have your notes.
No, right. A quarter.
I'll be right back, guys. All right.
Okay, a quarter. So I personally really like this as a beginning to a good series, being Series 25, The Prison Kingdom. A quarter is one of my favorite 8 beasts. I love the fact we have an orangutan as a beast. I thought that was really cool. I love the 360 vision, the fact he can control stuff. And I thought the fight overall was pretty good. Like I said, set up the story of Rotu being kidnapped, set up Zargon, the whole kingdom of Vakunda I thought was also quite cool. The only thing, of course, fight could be a bit better, and yes, I do think overall the ending, but apart from that, I personally really enjoyed this. It was a book I really enjoyed reading, and I love the design. I love the patterns on it. Pretty much everything about it. This is, like I said, it has a good story and it has a good beast. It's not the best Monkey Beast, but it is one of my personal favorites. So that's why it is 15th place. If that's what we said.
Mm-hmm. Right. I will say I do enjoy that when I was talking about a quarter, Jack had to go away somewhere, and then when he was talking about a quarter, I had to go away somewhere.
Well,
What were
everyone's
you
went away on the
what were you
stream. The only
doing?
reason I left was for mail.
Yeah. I believe you left when Jack was talking about a siren or Torgal, one of them.
Might have been, I don't know.
Might have been a siren because I remember I was dying of laughter when you were talking about Torgal. Anyway, crab. So let's take a break from a quarter for now because she's done, and talk about crab. So I am a bit surprised to see crab relatively low-ish on Lucas's list because ultimately season 5. I thought season 5 starts off great, story-wise anyway. But beast-wise, it's the first crustacean beast, I believe, if you don't count Sting.
Oh yeah.
So it looks quite good as well. I did enjoy the first impression we got of crab, where he rose up out of the ocean and snaps a shark in half and ate it. So if crab went against Solak, that'll be a fun battle to do. But the abilities are what you'd expect, and the fight is interesting because it's the first fully underwater fight, which I enjoy. And how it ended kind of had a bit of a negative repercussion on Tom's hand because of the green poison coming from Crab's claw. But that's pretty much all I can really say regarding Crab, because Crab doesn't really do much else that stands out to me. But yeah.
All right. So that means I'm up next with Krytor. Krytor, the Bloodbat. Of course, story-wise, it is the intrigue of once again the awesome series that is the Trial of Heroes. This, of course, as point. Jack, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just. Oh yeah, I just have my feet up. I'm just relaxing.
Okay. But yeah. So yeah, Trial Heroes. Well, Jack and I probably agree that it is a good series, having a few changes compared to its counterpart. That should be mentioned, of course, and that you're introducing Amelia, who's another strong character. Thank you, Adam. Trying to copy each other is not very nice.
Hi, Jack.
Thanks for the respect. But yeah, overall though, great series. Krator is an alright beast. It doesn't give you the best of starts, but bear in mind this is a trial of heroes, so obviously the trials are going to be like, oh, we'll go easy on you for the first level, and then as we we'll raise up the level of each beast. So there is that intrigue there, and then you have that mystery about I believe it is Dre, who what's his deal is.
Yeah, so, Dre.
You do have kind of like a fellowship Lord of the Rings vibe with it, so there is that touch. You know what I mean? By fellowship is that you have a group of individuals working together to get to a goal. So there is that intrigue. And overall, I would say it's a nice warm up. If you want a book to read for a warm up piece, it is a good one when you're looking for something. So overall, I'm happy where Krytor put.
Okay. Right. 14th place now, and Lucas, are you planning to put Quasar up on at any point? Or...
Yeah,
I'm allowed to reveal Quasar when I want to.
Yeah, but Jack, you're not fully out for either. What about Solak?
It's coming. It's coming.
Is there any beast that you are surprised that has not been revealed yet by anyone?
I just said for both of you.
No. And Jack?
Oh. For Adam, I'm surprised that Hyrix has not been mentioned yet. I'm also, I would say, surprised that a certain recent giant walrus has still not been mentioned. Lucas.
Dolus.
Yeah. Big doll.
All right, Jack, you have the honors to count
ladies and the ladies and the gay best friend Dolus.
Yeah. Lucas, is there any beast that you're surprised that myself or Jack haven't mentioned yet? I was thinking.
Ah, Crotax, you lovely.
Anything I can think of, I have a good explanation of why you haven't revealed it yet.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
we don't. Do we
I got
need to
nothing.
reveal it? We know I've already said that mine is Krytor, but when you two want to reveal yours, I think
It's your turn
I'll
to
do
count.
the yeah, I'll do the countdown for you two anyway. So 3, 2, 1.
Good guess, Jack.
Noctilla.
Oh, speaking of the devil,
You
Noctilla.
did not reveal your book.
He did. It was
No, what
Krytor.
was it?
Krytor, because
what?
I actually really it was the one for the next one because I forgot that I had a quarter.
Well, go ahead, Jack.
Oh, speaking of which, pretty much what Lucas has said. It's a nice little thing. Yeah, you could argue
Oh yeah, it was
series
Krytor.
18 is a rehash of series 13, but it does do some things different. Amelia is an interesting character. Krytor, he's no Fang, but I really like the fight. He has limited abilities, but he has the fight on his side. I really liked his fight in the air. I liked it in the village. And I love the fact that they used a whistle. Once again, whenever they use music, they used a whistle that only Fang can, like, that weakens Fang's ears. Not Fang, Krytor. That does not prove my point.
Wrong
That
bat.
Krytor is his own thing. So once again, I think both the beast, yeah, it's not as good a beast as others, but it still is it's a good beast to start the series off with, and the story itself is interesting as well. Obviously Dre is that mystery element, and I also like the fact that Amelia, I think she kill Krytor? Does she decapitate him? I don't know.
She was about to kill Krytor. I can't remember what gender Krytor was, but Tom stopped her, in which Krytor then conceded defeat and disappeared in Spinner.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Krytor is a he. It's a man. But
Man.
yeah, that's all I've got. That's all I've got to say about Krytor.
All right. So, Hyrix the Rock Smasher. So, reasons why he's relatively high-ish is because ultimately, yeah, he is one of the worst of this series. I personally not the worst. That comes to the second beast in this series. But Hyrix still has interesting design, being based off a satyr. But he also reminds me of a character from Kubo and the Two Strings, but I can't remember his name.
Oh, I think I know which one you mean. It's that character with
the beetle thing. Yeah.
Yes, I might actually. It'll go off, but I might actually be able to search it up.
Okay. But the abilities are mostly what you'd expect. But I believe Hyrix does have the ability to shoot vines out of his hands, which I think may have been forgotten about. But it's a useful ability which I was able to use to my fun extent during Battle of the Beasts. So a little precursor there, but Hyrix already through to round 2. So and the fight in this book though is a tad bit boring and started off the weak point of the fights for this series, which is a spirit of Tom comes forward and says, "You can do it, buddy. I believe in you." Or that's series 29. But it's still a part of those fights for one of those seasons that I don't really like, but it doesn't change the fact that this is still a good starter, if you ask me. Not as good as the other new Protector ones, except for Siron, but solid. Like Hyrix is solid.
Yeah, Beetle voice. Yeah, Beetle from Cuba. I know who you mean. Yeah, Beetle.
Yeah. Right. Noctilla. I'm actually surprised Series 10 has been mentioned.
I'm surprised.
I thought Series 10 would be for all of us, Noctilla. I thought that would be in the top 10.
Right. Yeah. Well, Noctilla, the start of one of the strongest series of Beast Quest, arguably. You've got Tom back. He has, he has a strong start, I believe. But when I believe Malva's also at the time revealing his newest plan, so the stakes seem to be high story-wise, but the setup is about to pay off. So there's that for you. The fact that Malva's newest plan is a bunch of knights is intriguing because expecting to bring back a certain group of powerful warriors, but I'm surprised he hasn't done yet. So the fact that he's bringing this into play instead of a bunch of beasts hypnotized is it intriguing. In a way, it is kind of hypnotized beasts. Yeah, But the fact that he's thinking one step further, I appreciate that. So it'll kill her very high up, and I do like. I think what mainly goes for is that the state is the protagonist and the antagonist feel like they are done with each other and they're ready to take each other seriously than before. And number two, you're going off with the process that Malvel is injured or had a terrible defeat given his fate in the Eternal Flame, so that his and also the fact that he did lose his hench goal by his own means, so he's more desperate than ever to try and win this one. The stakes are set. It's understandable where it is.
Fair enough. But if Nocturna's in 14th place for a beast that you seem to be talking about holding in high regard, I am curious to know what 13 seasons you hold in high regard. And I know it's a good story, but it still baffles me that Quasar still hasn't been mentioned yet.
Quasar still hasn't been mentioned.
What's everyone's big deal about Quasar?
It's a crap beast. With a solid start to the story, which is the only reason why I understand why it hasn't been mentioned yet.
Yeah.
It still isn't good.
Yeah.
Say yeah again, I dare you.
Yeah.
You are just, you are contradicting yourself while you're speaking.
Who cares?
You just gave yourself the whole argument of why Quirrell is not mentioned yet.
Well, yeah, I understand why it's not been mentioned by a story perspective, but you said you were talking about story and beast, but the beast is crap.
Yeah, on some beasts, not all.
Ah, right.
Here we go. Anyway, let's move on to let's move on to the next speech, shall we?
13th place. Okay, that's your turn, Lucas, to do the countdown as well.
The name is
Lucas. Get the best 4K image you can get of the beast.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh, I just realized there's a beast that none of us have mentioned yet, which I'm really surprised actually, especially on both of your perspectives.
Maybe you're about to get it. Countdown, please.
Adam, I've thought of several beasts. There's still a few that haven't been mentioned at all.
Hell with it. 1, 2, 3, fire.
It still hasn't been mentioned. I was thinking of Gorog, but the beast I was originally thinking of was Balisk. No one mentioned him yet.
Oh, speaking of Balisk.
Okay.
But yeah,
what about him?
Menix, the Saber-Tooth Menace. I love this starter. I don't care if it's simple. I love it. Sets up a great story. Menix, in my opinion, has the best design for a rat. I love his Saber-Tooth. I love his Saber-Tooth. I love his chains. I love his eyes. I love his ears. I love his tail. I love everything about him. But so basically,
I'm going to try and use your slang here, Jack. Does Menix have that drip?
If you want to say that, then yeah, sure, we can say that Menix has drip. He does, to be honest, fair enough. He does have that serious drip. Anyway, yeah, his abilities are minimal. I love the fact he guards the forge. I love the fact the fight is different levels. Starts off in a pit, gets higher and higher, does that. It personally, and I don't even care, it's my favourite fight in all the beasts in Series 22. Yeah, Nsepha's fight was all that, but Menix, I feel like it was the only fight that I was really invested in, and I thought it was very good. And yeah, that's why I personally put Menix a lot higher than you two. But I do like him. He is my personal favorite rat beast, I'd say. Although there is Muro, I do really like Muro, but I feel like Menix just. It's between those two for my favorite rat beast, personally. Don't look at me like that. I did nothing wrong.
Muro's not that good.
I love Muro.
I respect your opinion about Menix because I mentioned Menix a few entries ago. So anyway,
damn.
Oh damn. So Zulok, the winged spirit. I didn't have to check that one. So might be the most surprising entry left on my list that I have just now mentioned. And that's because I think the design is simple but executed very well. I like those spikes going along her beak as well as the what looks like an egg originally, but ends up being an extra pair of eyes for the spotlight ability, which underrated. But one of my favorite abilities is her whole lights with how she looks or with the wings thing. It's brilliant. And the whole gist about her actually just looking out for her young is reassuring to see in an area where you think everything will be evil, called the Isle of Ghosts. So that is a nice thing to see. Abilities are all right. Like the lights ability is the best one. Blinding lights. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
And the fight is okay. It's not the best fight in this series, but it's still a solid one in my opinion. So yeah, originally I started out not liking series 20 at all, but now I can safely say all the beasts have their recurring, redeeming qualities, which makes this series just a solid one in my opinion now. So Zoolock was just the last one to get redeemed.
That's cool.
Hey-ho.
That's cool.
Gorog, I believe this is the start of the season with Gargantua, isn't it? Yeah, it
Yes.
is. So strong start with that character. Carradine is a frightening villain, solely on the conquest. I think he's probably not counting about compared to all his other ones about the beast. Would you say when it comes to like Gargantua's best host she's had, that's probably Carradine?
Well, Raptex was easily the worst. Gorog survived to round 2 in all generation. Devora, I think, made it a little bit further. And Gargantua outlasted them all, but she cheated.
That's the thing I'll bring up. So Carradine looks like this horrific face and all that stuff. Is that because of the ring, or is that because... Yeah, I assume it's because of the ring, because what else is causing it?
Well, considering the fact that he's been dead for hundreds of years and is pretty much a ghost and a skeleton...
No, I didn't know. There you go. So there's that frightening intrigue. A new force is here to attack Tom and brings out their own beasts. And Gorog is a very intimidating threat. The laser eye beams that follow everywhere. I believe he is part of the Varkil family.
Yeah.
Varkils?
Yeah, the Varkils.
So yeah, and he looks more like one of those more heavier brutes than the average Varkil. So the intrigue, the intrigue is there for me, and I do like that they are taking this series in a different, strong way. That's saying this series is, Beast Quest is still a serious thing, and it introduces you to a new threat, a new situation of danger, and it doesn't seem to treat that threat any lightly. Because most of the time when they have a new threat, you're mainly gonna compare that person to either a former villain or mainly Malvel. Sometimes that's the case, but this feels like that threat itself can back up its claim. Because before that, I think it's mainly the only other serious villain you can take seriously is probably Rhea, I believe. Every other villain before this somehow feel incompetent.
What's his name? Obvious. Zircon wasn't exactly incompetent.
Well, I was referring to the human villains, not the beast ones.
Oh, right. Well, there's Zargon. He was incompetent.
Well, Kenza wasn't incompetent.
Kenza felt incompetent at times, though, because of Henkrau.
To be fair, if there was a competition for the most incompetent villain, let's go for the one that got himself eaten, Sanpeo.
Oh, well,
but I mean, he's up against a massive beast. Like, of course he's going to get eaten. There's not much he can do.
Didn't do Mortax any harm when Mortax went toe-to-toe with Urak.
So, yeah, I'm happy where I put it.
Morax is bigger and more skilled than Sanpeo.
Damn right he is. Right.
12 left.
12 left. I can't believe it.
I remember how Adam was talking about something before I revealed Gorog, and yeah.
We're nearly at the top 10, guys.
Yeah, I was talking about how Balisk hasn't been mentioned yet. But then, oh my gosh. Okay, my favorite series hasn't been mentioned yet either. All right.
Speaking about that, Adam.
Shut up.
Don't worry.
Okay. Do the countdown, Adam.
2, 1, go.
Technos.
Quag. Lupix. Nice.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Tech. No one's actually mentioned Technos in this video so far.
I generally forgot about Technos.
You should be forgetting. You did well in Battle of the Beast.
I know.
So Lupix is obviously the beginning of the old animal companion thing for the new protectors. It's one of my personal favorite Wraith stories. Lupix is a very unique ice beast, and her fight was good. Rugara, granted, was annoying in the book, but they do her justice in Macroxa, so there's that. Wraith himself, like I said, is fine in the book. I do wish the people of that Icy Kingdom, I forgot what their ruler was called. I wish she had just trusted Wraith a bit more. I get it, they have to be on edge, but I do feel like it doesn't make sense that this one little boy. But I do find the fact that everyone, like, they're like, oh, Wraith can't defeat a beast. He's just a boy. Like, how can he come here? And then Wraith just goes and proves them wrong. But it, like, once again, it also does not make any sense to me how Rugara was able to get those archers to shoot at Lupix, since only Wraith can understand her. It does feel like, how did she do it? Who knows? But like I said, the beast itself is badass. I love Lupix so much. This is actually, if I'm right, yeah. Apart from it, actually started with. Oh god, it started with Osiron. Actually, this is now, I think, the third or fourth time. This is the highest first beast has been. This is my second favorite of series 31, and I really enjoy it. But once again, I think the only downside of it, the story's fine. It's just that Rugara just annoys me. Rugara is pretty much the only bad thing that I don't like about the book. Apart from that, the story's fine. Wraith's great. Love him in this one, and Lupix is a really cool beast.
Fair enough. Right, more on Lupix later. So, Quarg the Stone Dragon. So close, Lucas. We almost got a match in there. So with Quarg, this is a beast which I'm kind of like about, because the story-wise, brilliant. I love it. But beast-wise, I don't like it. I just think it's mid. Design-wise, it looks cool, but ultimately it's just a dragon made of stone, so you can only get so many points. Abilities are good, mostly what you'd expect, but then you've got the stony gaze, which is unique. And the fight, I don't remember anything from it, and that's a bad thing. But from performance in Battle of the Beast, he's proven himself to be a bit of a threat. Other than that, though, it still doesn't stick out to me, because I just prefer the other dragons of this series more, and that's what's stopping him from going any higher. I just prefer the other beasts in this series more.
Before we carry on, I'd like to point out that Willie mentioned a comment to you, Adam. I think you should read.
What?
Yeah, there's a guy in our live stream chat, Willie 100, said, "Is this Pokemon?"
Right, we do Beast Quest reviews, and make sure I'm pointing in the right direction. That is Pokemon behind me. I'm not even going to attempt to point in the right direction, because I think my camera is inverted. So I point that way, might be pointing that way.
No, for fuck's sake! Thought it was Magic the Gathering. His words.
Yeah.
If he's referring to Beast Quest as Pokemon, then Adam will be like raising like. Yeah.
I personally haven't played Magic the Gathering, but I hear the Pot of Greed's a good card. So.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I think we can make it very clear. We can tell the difference between a Beast Quest monster and a Pokemon. No matter what you say about Pokemon, Pokemon will always have cuter designs compared to Beast Quest.
Eternatus?
Who's that?
Oh, that's a giant Pokemon which can be easily confused for a beast, because it's not cute at all.
Okay, I'm up next, I believe. Technos, the Ocean Crawler. A powerful threat. This is the start of the series, I believe. It's the one with Chiron in it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's Zargon, I believe, is the wizard. So he does follow up. At least he's still incompetent in this series. But I think I like the concept alone of Technos, the Ocean Crawler, slowly making his way to the beach shore where Tom has to fight him. So that luring danger is there, and that presence, that presentation does help it. We haven't really had a kaiju type beast before, so that also is unique. So there are some intrigues there. He does get a bit clumsy because of when you're a big thing, you're fighting a small thing, it's hard to hit your target. But I think he makes up for his shortcomings, what he is in Battle of the Beast, and of course, presentation alone of his book. So overall, I'm happy where I
Can I say, I feel like if they did update the 8-sided Beast, they would have Technos be bigger than Arcta. Technos definitely looks like he is bigger than Arcta.
Yeah, I reckon just so Arcta can keep his title as the mountain giant, as the tallest beast as well. I reckon Technos might be a bit smaller, but I'm more curious on Garox's height because I'm just confused by that one as well.
It's weird because on the cover he looks like, you know, a beast that's just there.
Yeah.
And then in the book, why is he so big?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next up.
Right. But anyway, Garox is a disappointment, so we don't talk about Garox.
Just missing out on the top 10. Guys, please read my mind. This piece has not been said by any of us.
Hang on. This piece I'm about to pull up has also not been said by any of us.
Let's just get on with it. Do the countdown.
Can we at least get a pair?
I'm waiting.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Balisk.
Yes, Jack! Yes! We got there. Let's go. As soon as you said not been mentioned, I'm like, oh, it's probably Dolorous.
But to be fair, Balisk hasn't been mentioned, so Lucas was on the right page, just the wrong beast.
Yeah. So Dolorous.
Why is Adam so happy about getting that tie?
Well, that means all of us have had a tie with each other at least once. It was just myself and Jack just delayed.
Yeah, but you're not doing this ranking for a tie. You're doing this for your own reasons.
No, it's just
Dolorous. I just wish we could have actually had gotten the beast, all three of us. But I'm glad we finally at least got a pair. So I've got a pair with all of you.
Say something for me to say as well, please.
So Dolorous, it's so weird, like talking about this beast so much in these past 2 days. I really like his design. I'm glad we finally got a Walrus beast in Beast Quest, so it's nice to see that. The story itself, I really like. It's so weird to be talking about it now, especially now with Lucas, who I read this with many months ago, back in March last year, which it now is now. It's been a whole year. Still no sign of Series 33, though. And this book has one of my favorite human versus bandit fights in the tavern when the new protectors, using their different fighting styles and their weapons, fight off the bandits. I actually really like that fight, so it's weird that it has it in here. I personally don't like what they do with Wraith in this book. I think they make him way too incompetent for saying that he had his character arc in the past few books has made him a lot more braver and that. So it's weird to see him get a bit flanderized. Nice to see Rosu finally being crowned. An assassination attempt is a very interesting opening. Dolorous itself, like I said, is very cool. I'm glad they didn't make him dumb. I'm glad they had him at least have some brain and have some sense. The sand scene I really like when he rises up from the sand, and the fight, it's good. I mean, you can't do much in terms of a fight with Dolorous, but you can still make it interesting. And even though it was Varadu getting knocked out a lot, it still was interesting. I really enjoyed it. I just wish he'd used his spiked tail. I do think that was a big missed opportunity. I did count it as an ability nonetheless. But yeah. But Dolorous, I think, is a good starter. It had my hopes, as well as Zainara, that this series could have been the best new Protector series. The other half did let it down, but that is that.
Do you have much more to say to back up Dolorous there? Because he's kind of said a lot.
Yeah, I know he said a lot. It's almost like he forgot it's my turn straight after talking about the same beast. So the only thing I can mention is, Varadu does get knocked around a lot. I did forget about the tavern fight, but what I do like about Dolorous is regarding his journey throughout Battle of the Beasts. Was obviously I can't go into too much detail because his debut series is the one that's currently airing, and I've done another series with him in it, so I need to be very careful what I say. Jack, his tail ability does get utilized, but I can't go into too much detail. But Control C what he said, Control V it for me. And Lucas, your turn about Ballast.
Of course. I'm surprised that it's all come to this. But really, overall, hey, at least we each got a water beast, right? So there you go. That's another connection in a way. All right, though. My thoughts. Ballast. Of course, Alex is from some would argue underrated, but Series 8, it's there. For me, it's close to underrated. It's really close. It's just that I feel like the villain itself kind of pushes it back a bit. But regardless, though, I feel like the intrigue is there. So Ballast is your villain. He shows up with. He's always next to the ship, which is a good strategic move on Senpei's part. So he does have something going on. But do you really need that much brains to say, I need the water beast near my ship? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. The fact he can split into two is also a nice plus. So he can fight both in combat, which is a nice surprise for the reader. So you have a bit more, because like you're expecting a serpent beast, you're not expecting that. And then that's literally used for Pyrano. Then, of course, story-wise about having Adro be somehow mind controlled, and then he's working for Senpei, and he has to get him back, and then he goes forth about the Tree of Being, I believe is what it's called. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
Tree of Being.
Yes, it's the Tree of Being.
Yeah.
The Tree of Being.
So it's the sort. Like, there's a lot of theory about what makes the ship fly, and I'm not going to go into that detail because I think some of us have different theories than others. But regardless of how it works, his whole goal is essentially to gain power, and he was pretty close to accomplishing that, but I felt like it went down regardless. The opening of it, having a pirate villain, the intrigue, the presentation wise, it is a strong big player there. And then of course you have the whole stuff with Adaro used and the beast utilized well. So overall, there's a number of elements at play that make it not as strong as a follow-up for Series 7, but an intriguing one, shall we say. So, that being said, though, I need to get back to my list and check who is up next. It is... it's you. The top 10, ladies and gentlemen.
Top 10. We finally made it. Here we go.
There's just 3 beasts left that none of us have mentioned now.
This one has recently been mentioned, but now it's my turn to talk about it.
Oh, so it's
I think for Adam, the odds of a tie are kind of slim now anymore.
Are we ready, guys?
Yeah, I'm ready. Lucas, your turn for the countdown.
There is one more beast that still hasn't been mentioned that might get us a chance, but it's very slim. Actually, no. Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah,
okay.
Convol, and Calderon. Those are the only 3 that have not been mentioned.
When you're ready.
3.
Ready?
Lucas,
2. Oh, okay. 3, 2.
I thought I was doing the countdown. Okay.
It don't matter. Let's just go.
My picture turned off.
All right.
I've got the purple one now.
Technos. Like I said, don't really know what much to say. Sets up Series 26 well, one of my favourite series is. Nice to see a kaiju beast. Makes it interesting. Love the fact that even though it said there weren't any beasts in Tangala didn't have any beasts. It's revealed that there are these ancient beasts that are sleeping. Sets up well. Obviously set up the 4 masters as well. Technos. I love all the different personalities in this one. Technos is just tired. He's literally just an angry... Like, obviously he has the brain of a child. He literally just... all that. It's more a rampage than it is an actual fight. But that's what I like about it. The fact that Technos just goes around, destroys everything. Just love it. I love how far he's gone in Battle of the Beasts. He's been a very strong contender in Battle of the Beasts. And I just, personally, for me, I love him. He's a big turtle, and he has a very adorable form at the end of the book. And I think his design's also just really cool. It's nice to see a turtle beast in Beast Quest, because they're not being used. It looks like he's based more off a snapping turtle. Although, actually, to be honest, he does become more of a traditional turtle at the end. But yeah, overall, he has a very cool design, and it really like pumped me up for the rest of Series 26, which was a very enjoyable series.
Well, at least he likes Series 26, so that's one thing.
Off you go, Adam.
Right. The reigning champion of Season 3. Wardock the Sky Terror. Right. I can't say anything about the book because both of you guys already said it, so I will go with the originality basis. Battle of the Beasts. Undefeated. Maybe a bit questionable now that I look back at it, but doesn't change the fact that this beast has done incredible, actually. And whilst I think he is a great winner, but now I do question it, I still enjoyed every battle I did with him, especially the Lycaxter fight. But then again, that's the final. I like every final fight. But in terms of the beast, the design actually looks nice. I like the little shades of purple that's on his scales as well as the abilities, which I was able to make good use of, despite them being quite simple. And the fights in the book, no, this is definitely biased. It's nowhere near as good as the fights he's done in Battle of the Beast, guys. Come on. So,
well, it's you, Adam.
I know. But for Wardock, there's not really much else I could say about him apart from he starts off one of the best seasons of the new generation there is. One of, not the best. Making that part clear.
Right. Siron, this is the series involving the Malvel and the portal thing right down below, yeah. So that alone is already high intrigue. I also like the fact that he has an intimidation presence going on for him of the creep. It kind of feels like Salter's introduction in a way, where it's this mist, when there's a scary creature in there, and you're wondering what's going on. So there is that aspect, which is probably intentional to reoccur, because both Salter and Osiron are villains of, Beasts of Malvel. So I like that aspect too. The stakes are high with Malvel's intention of trying to release, which I consider a Power Ranger-like threat, because a lot of Power Ranger villains have done this in the shows, where they want to release an army of villains out and to attack everyone. So I like that concept, whether that was intentional or not. So overall, I think it has a nice childhood part to it. I appreciate it. So there are a number of aspects that I like that warm it where it is. And the Siren is quite formidable, thanks to you, Adam, as well as the book. So there you go.
Well, yeah. I don't know much to say about that. I really don't. 9th place.
9th place, guys.
Right. Anyone want to say any final words for 9th place revealed?
Best wishes, guys.
Okay.
And now for the countdown, which I have to do twice probably, because Jack had to screw it for me. Bear in mind, Adam said that I was supposed to do it last when Jack said so. So thank you, Jack, for that.
Here we go.
Garbage. Right. Let's crowd on. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Calderon.
Gorov.
Yay!
So
I'll try my best.
It's once again a situation where Jack steals most of his thunder.
Hang on, did I just...
Jack, I don't have much to say about this beast regarding Battle of the Beast. Please give me something.
A donut.
Okay. So Gorog obviously is a Varkul. Good to see an ancient extinct Varkul beast actually be a beast. That's cool. His fire abilities are cool. His laser eyes are cool. It has a really good opening with, Tom feeding this off presence and Caradin obviously being this ghostly figure. Caradin is one of my favorite Beast Quest villains. I wish he'd stayed around for more seasons. I think he would have actually been a really cool villain.
Is he the villain though? Because isn't that really Gargantua?
Yeah, but it is his plan. Like, technically, it is his idea to come back. He wants to come back and all that. Sets it up well, even though Series 27 is a series that I do really enjoy, apart from Raptex. But, yeah. It also had a really, cool experience with, because of the smoke, Tom and Eleanor, struggling to breathe. I also kind of predicted Gorog's death when it first was revealed. I thought it's gonna drown in a lake. Little did I realize it was an acid lake that would become the thing, but the fact that I still predicted that it was gonna drown in some kind of lake, I thought was still very cool. like I said, sets up Carradine, sets up all that. The fact it all starts with this decapitated hand. It's just so cool. I mean, and Carradine has the creepiest design for any villain ever. So that's why Gorog is this high. It sets the scene really well and sets everything up really well. There is also some stuff to do with Carradine and his beginning, but I'll leave that to Adam so I can give him something.
What have you left for him to talk about exactly?
Yeah. What did you leave me to talk about, Jack?
Carradine, like there's still some things like his ghosts.
Sure.
I'm the beast.
His backstory. His backstory. You could talk about his backstory.
He doesn't talk about the story though.
Yeah, but I'm the beast guy though, not the story guy. That's the story guy up there. But I do need to point out, why don't you like Raptex? It's a griffin. You're a griffin. You guys are pretty much related. Yeah,
I love griffins, but Raptex was a disappointment.
Yeah. Also, I just realised Solak hasn't been mentioned yet by you. That's scary. Okay, but
What hasn't been mentioned?
Solak for you and Quazol for you.
Oh yeah.
This is terrifying, really. You guys still haven't mentioned them, but Gorog the
What do you got to say?
Yeah, it exists. Did well in Battle of the Beasts, I guess. Not really. But Carradine's backstory is kind of tragic, but he was when he was alive, he was a power-hungry person, craving power. Gargantua promised it to him, and then got corrupted by Gargantua. But this is the first book of the series, so I can't talk about it because it doesn't happen in this book, Jack. So, with that being said, the beast is actually quite cool. I like the fact that it's actually a Varkule beast, and my explanation is better than Jack's because it was more brief. Right, Calderon.
I assume before Adam was happy he got ties. Now I don't think he's happy about these ties anymore, Jack.
Next time I'm going first.
Oh, my glasses steamed up. My glasses steamed up. Go on.
Right, Calderon. This is. Huh?
Was that Gorog that seamed up his glasses or Calderon? Which one?
Oh, by the way, Adam, the bear is real.
Hey, that's a Legacy Series reference, Jack.
Oh my god.
Never before that. It's like Pookie's a thing. But yeah, this is a mixed bag.
Speaking of Pookie, anyway, carry on.
Whatever. This feels to me like kind of the Hunchback Notre Dame situation. I like this book, I do, but the protagonist in it is very wimpy and pathetic, and it kind of drags it down a bit. It's like you're rooting more for Calderon than you are for the hero, because the hero needs a pep talk by his mentor.
Quasimodo is not a wimp. Quasimodo is not a wimp. I know that's not the theme, but Quasimodo is not a wimp.
Look, the comparison I was making is that there are good elements in Hunchback, but there are something elements that are dragging it down.
On that note about Quasimodo not being a wimp, he did have lots of moments of doubt of wanting to go out to the outside world.
I'm referring to Wraith.
Yeah, no, but he's Jack's saying that Quasimodo is not a wimp. He kind of is. The only reason why he went out is because the guy always told him to.
Well, yeah, because he spent his whole life in solitary isolation up in the Notre Dame Tower, and also because, well, his appearance.
Number two, Adam, you don't know what a life like that would be, so you can't really judge.
No, I'm not going to judge, but neither does Jack.
Yeah, it's not us to judge, it's up to Frodo to judge.
So why is Jack judging?
I am Claude. Oh, yeah. I'm Claude Frodo.
Thank you there. Calderon, of course, though, his abilities are very powerful and are well utilized both in Battle of the Beast and the book itself. He is kind of one of those unstoppable forces. It makes me wonder if speaking about the Beast, I'll be quick. If we got a fight with these two guys, I'm curious to see what would happen. And that is Calderon versus. Really? You're screaming off then? Come on, Adam.
Calderon versus. Right, an interesting fight with Calderon, right?
Yeah.
Against any beast.
Well, it's a beast you haven't fought him with yet.
Okay, I'm going to say Ferric.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yes.
Because they both have the kind of a similar thing, don't they, with their melting iron metal thing?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that would go. I would assume Ferric might win, but this is my tiny second on the matter. So really sure. Overall, the beast is intimidating. It's finally great we have a good bear beast that sinks its teeth in, does destruction, powerful threat. It looks pretty big. Overall, a lot to say about him. That's really great. Hero is a letdown, but everything else makes up for it and puts it where it is. I want to put it higher, but unfortunately, Ray has had to stick his net hammer into this to ruin it a bit. But overall, good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Calderon, I think, is a great beast. More on him later when I get to him. But
indeed, because luckily for you, you're talking about the beast, so you don't get to worry about Rafe.
I do have a question, though, Jack. If you are Claude Frollo, sing Hellfire.
Well, thing is though, I'd gladly sing Hellfire, but we've got a collab to get on with.
Yeah, sing about how it wasn't me, it was my fault. This burning desire. Yeah, sure.
It is God's plan. He made the devil's own stronger than he. Sorry, I love that song.
I'll find if I burn it all in Paris.
Anyway, moving on.
8th place, guys. 8th place.
We're nearly there.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, you ready?
No,
and by the way,
no,
Adam, this beast, I will say, has got serious strip. If we are going back to that, this is the beast that has serious strip.
This is a beast that hasn't been mentioned yet.
I don't know. You ready?
I think I know what yours is now, Jack. Okay.
3,
2, 1, go.
Torgor.
Knew it!
Calderon.
Knew it, Jack!
It looks like, the thing is, Calderon does look like Pookie.
And of course, once again, Jack is sad that he was close to tying with me.
So is the bear real again?
I love Calderon. He's definitely my favorite bear beast out of all the ones that have been introduced. He has the coolest design. I love the fact he's red, got green eyes, has sick horns, has armor. Glad that Eleanor's in this. I like the fact we get to go to Rafe's village and his whole family and stuff. I love the fact that Calderon's abilities are cool. I love the story. It sets up Malvel, Tom in the coma, Rafe. He learns to be brave. He gets up. He fights Calderon. Yeah, how they defeat it is a bit obvious, but I love this book so much. And Calderon, honestly, he's probably one of my favorite designs for a beast in all of Beast Quest. Personally, I think he is one of my favorite designs. I love him so much.
So nothing about Rafe weakens the book for you?
No, because obviously coming off of Series 28, yeah, he is still going to be a bit like that, but that's part of his character development until Dolores
Does
came.
he develop, though?
Yeah, he does develop.
Okay, you say so.
From Velacro to Lupix. From Velacro to Lupix, you see in the text, in the exact punctuation and the sentence starters, how Rafe matures. And not only that, he faces a lot more. He does doubt himself at the beginning to being more courageous and even helping out others. And, when they were doubtful, it comes full circle into the whole plot of the Circle of Life in Beast Quest.
Circle of Life, my ass.
Why are there so many Lion King references?
When was there more than one Lion King reference?
Sorry, let's be more broader with what I'm trying to say. Disney Renaissance references then.
Anyway, Adam.
So, I do need to quickly ask, so with what you were saying about Rafe, am I the only one that kind of sees Rafe as the leader of the new protectors then? Or?
Yes, let's go, Adam. Let's get it.
I'm not happy with it. I don't really like Rafe, but I kind of see him more as the leader of the group than
I thought it was Cassia.
Yeah, Kassia's the woman. She's the leader, though.
I'll say she's more.
I also thought, I was going to say Nolan, considering he looks like he's the oldest, but considering everything he's done, he does seem a bit more there. So yeah, I'd actually say Rafe. Yeah, let's have Rafe as leader. Leader Rafe. King Rafe.
You want the underdog?
I would say Katja because she's the best.
There we go. That's what he's supposed to say.
Yeah.
But I like to say Nolan because he, let's be honest, has the best animal companion.
Well, yeah, but we have King Rafe. Rafe for president.
King Rafe.
Okay,
but also let's point out Myandra did take down Selkara and Doris, both incredibly powerful beasts.
Myandra did not take down Doris. That was Cassia.
Myandra did take down who did she take down? Chiropter, yeah.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Rafe actually stole that from her.
Rafe is a square, okay, just like his hammer. Ballast.
You're gonna take away. You're trying to get Rafe to be president. I don't think Adam's gonna be on your side to keep it up. But anyway, carry on.
Regardless,
I love Rove so much.
Balisk
Anyway.
the Water Snake. Underrated as hell, and it makes me really happy to know that Jack hasn't mentioned him yet.
Yeah, let's go.
Great abilities, fantastic design, and underrated fight. The only problem is that I don't like how Sampaio says he's the weakest of his beasts in Series 8. So, yeah. But
then you have
8
Torno.
that's me. Hi. Yeah, but I do really like Balisk. I really started liking him during Battle of the Beasts OG, where he made it to round 3 before most likely Torpix killed him. And then in All Generation, he did all right before he got killed by most likely Plexor, let's be honest. It's always those beasts. Maybe Crestor killed him, I'm not sure. But Reptile Rampage, I don't believe he did that great, but he made it past round 1, I think, unless he went against, well, Crestor probably. I don't know, but he keeps getting his ass handed to him, but he keeps coming back up. So you go, Balisk, you're doing something right. Right, Torgor, now.
Yep. Of course, there's no surprise that Torgo is high as he is. I always think he's an underrated beast, and the series itself opening, it's a strong opening. You've got the heroes coming just from Series 2 into the Gorgonia, Malvel's realm. The stakes are high as you could expect. It's Malvel's domain. He has control of this world. You see the beast running in, and yes, as Jack has pointed out, it is understandable why Tagus is weak as he is, so you shouldn't really make any complaints about that, Adam.
You shouldn't, Adam.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not saying Torgor. Now, to be fair, even if Torgor did fight Tagus, the question is who would win that fight? That's a battle of the beast, and I'm going to ask that question.
I think I can make that a good fight, actually.
Yeah, because that'd be a good fight to do. If we brought back fan fights, that would be on my list of what we could do. But yeah, it's potential. So, and the rest of it, well, you have, of course, Torgor is more essential to the series than it is because he does give the jewel belt and he does provide the red jewel that knows him communicate, which are two very useful items that he does utilize throughout the series. So it is really essential to. So much about Torgor, but it is a book you kind of need to read if you think about it based on that.
I want to see Furno versus Stritor.
Well, we'll see what happens, Jack. You just got to be patient until the wheel gives you what you want.
I'm pretty sure Furno versus Stritor has been done.
Has it? Well, there you go. Words from the man himself.
All Generation in the top 20.
Well, which makes me question, why did Jack say that then?
I don't know, Adam.
Anyway. But I like Torgor's brutal. He does provide an intimidating presence. The gatekeeper established, the stake eggs are trying to get. They soon realize that with each beast that they take down, that it turns to crystal, and they've got to rescue the other good beast to stop Malvel's plan. Speaking of Malvel's plan, I do like it because it's a nice mislead of what he's done before. Instead of him going to the good world to capture the beast, he's bringing the good beast to his evil world. Then have them be captured. Then you've got the Seth rivalry established, and we all know what that leads to. So there's a lot of high expectations for this series, and I think it pays off in a sort of way, given what we know was going to happen. So overall, I'm happy where I put Torgor.
Fair enough. I want to ask Lucas, when it comes to Torgor, in Jack's words, does he quote unquote aura farm?
I was about to say, like, any aura farms.
I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. Oh, Q next.
Right.
Hang on. Is Vespic on my window? I think Vespic might be at my window.
We don't talk about Vespic today. It's Komodo.
No, but Vespic is... Yeah, Vespic's out the window.
I'm ready, guys. I assume Jack is doing the countdown this time.
There's a massive wasp outside my window.
It's Jack's turn for the countdown.
I like how you guys are trying to stall for time and rest for time. We're already 3 hours in.
3, 2, 1.
Scary.
Alice.
Wow, really? I got combo in last out of all of us? Wow, I'm actually really surprised by that one.
Adam, what you doing?
I thought it'd be funny to have 7th place be Series 7.
Now there's like one beast that could possibly get us a triple match, but I don't think that's going to be.
I guess which one it is.
The very first one.
Yeah.
So, Balisk, to quote on Adam, I actually originally just had Balisk higher, but then I dropped it down because I realized the story itself, it's like I said, cool having a Duro be A mind control sets up Sanpeo. Nice to see Sepron fend off the pirates. Balisk itself was a good fight. It was nice to have Eleanor's uncle, Leo, I believe his name is. Nice to have it. I think it's the first appearance of her uncle as well. So it's cool. Cool to like rescue him, introduce to Sanpeo to the pirates. I like Sanpeo personally. And Ballast, he doesn't have many abilities, but he is still a cool beast. And I did have fun with this entry. The only reason it's not as high, and yes, Adam, you can probably work out that means a certain beast is higher than it, is because I think in terms of abilities and in terms of there's several elements that do hoist it up. But Ballast is still a very good starting book. Not the best of Series 8, the Pirate King, but it still is a great starter to a good series. I really like.
Nice. I would like to point out, as you brought him up, did you know Uncle Leo has his own page in the Bible?
Yeah, he does. I've actually got him like near him.
Of all the side characters, I understood Taladon, Hugo, Adaro, and Captain Harkman, but Leo?
Malvo doesn't even appear in it. I'm surprised at Malvo.
That's
Why is Malvo not in it? I swear. Wait, Velmal's not in it. I don't think he is.
Well, I think we all agree there has to be a new A to Z book, doesn't there?
Definitely, Technos is in it. Neither's any beast.
Velmal's in it.
Who's in it?
Velmal. I'm joking. He doesn't.
I was about to say, no, he's not.
I thought he had. Where's Malvo? Why is Malvo not in it? Why is Leo in it but not Malvo?
Maybe there's a secret we don't know. All this time, Uncle Leo wins.
Who likes Leo?
Well, secret. Eleanor's uncle is the evil wizard.
He's a good character, but who's rooting for Leo?
I think Eleanor's rooting for Leo.
Why would she want to do that?
I think that something that's more criminal is that Sebastian's not in it.
Oh my god, Aunt Marie. Yes, where's my boy Sebastian?
Right.
Can we get on to the topic, Jick?
Cornwall, the cold-blooded brute. Now, design-wise, I absolutely love it. I have always liked this beast. I had a bit of a iffy period towards the start of my Battle of the Beast reign, but I saw the light. I do really enjoy this beast. I have always liked it due to it being from my favorite series. Abilities are simple but done effectively. The fight is really good and starts off the whole trend about Series 7 beasts where they're fought in the environment they're not used to. This is used to the jungle environment Elic was fought in. And that's what I like about Convol and all the beasts of Series 7 for that matter. Now, as of this current point in time, Convol has not done great in Battle of the Beast, so can't really mention much there. So take that as you will, but I still have so much love for Convol, and I do hope he does get a good run in Battle of the Beast at some point. Today would be nice, but unfortunately he's not in this tournament that I'm currently hosting. But yeah, Convol.
Don't worry, Adam, you're not smiling too much. I know what you're doing, Adam. I know what you're doing.
What do you mean?
No, you know what I mean. If you don't know me, I'll tell you later.
I don't know what you mean. Convol.
I'll tell you off camera.
Convol hasn't done well in Battle of the Beast at all. Skirrick now, right?
You're not gonna like this.
That's the idea. It's Skirrick who we're talking about now. Skirrick. Remember, that's who we're talking about.
Okay.
And you
talk about
overall, Skirrick, guys. It's another one of those awesome, creepy starts. And whenever the series does that, it is a strong thing, as it is. That being said, it is very strong. It builds up that Tom has to be challenged for his position of hero. It makes him go for his psychological questions about himself and his vision of Battle of the Beasts. Oh, sorry. And his position as Master of the Beasts. There we go. So I think that kind of philosophy, because first you think about it, Tom has kind of an arc with the golden armor. First, it's taken away from him by, I think he's not even told it's going to happen. And then he's then tested about his title, and it makes him probably question himself, how good a hero was he? And that, of course, will lead to, what, who. So, yeah, I like that. That was brought up. There it is. And then he goes through these different trials to challenge himself. And Skirrick being an Aerodale, a nice symbolic challenge there. The creepies, maggots, taking off children as it is. it's a very dark and creepy. It's not only a dark, creepy thing, but it also is a psychological intrigue as well of what's going on. And as you point out, the cherry pie is a nice establishment there. So overall, there's enough mystique about it, which does help it in. And why is Jack looking away at his wall?
Because I'm looking at my really cool poster above my bed.
Yeah, thank you for showing interest in this video.
What kind of poster is?
It's a James Bond poster. It's got like all the other posters of the films on there.
No. I mean, I got a bunch of posters in my room, but you don't see me looking at them, do you?
Yeah, I don't know what the focus is supposed to be like.
I'm also looking because there's something on my bookshelf that is really wonky. That just...
Okay, go and sort out your OCD then.
No, it's Beast Quest books. No, the covers. The next. Okay.
Oh,
6. We're nearly at the top 5, guys. One more to go.
So, which beasts are missing out on the top 5 for you guys?
This beast is about to miss out on the top 5.
This beast is about to miss out on the top 5 for me.
A lot of you guys are smiling. Wonder why.
Dunno.
Why not?
Adam, you're very happy today. I'm not sure what happened.
I will say the rest of these are I don't need to pick up a copy of the book.
I'll let Adam do the countdown for this one, and I'll do the next one.
Okay. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Are you?
I don't know. I really hope that we get this time.
Well, whenever I'm ready, you can
We're
see
not
me holding
gonna
my
get-
tablet, so you know
We're not
I'm
gonna
ready.
get
As
the
Jack is
titles
hard to
for
say.
you.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Doris.
So
Now, they're all sea beasts, right?
Yeah. Solak is too high, Jack.
Who has the biggest beast out of the three of us? I'm missing ID.
Well,
the
I know.
biggest beast.
Actually,
Oh,
hold
you
on.
got Technos.
I got a
sorry,
kaiju. Yeah, and also, Jack, I know your beast is definitely the smallest. You got a little shark.
Okay.
Oh no, you don't have a little shark. I'm not going to say the joke, but think of Coco Melon.
And speaking of, Jack has to talk about the shark now.
So hear me out, and Solak might end up actually being one of my favourites of Series 12.
Interesting.
I love the fact that we have a shark beast, and I love how creative they are with it, with the design, like the multiple rows of teeth, the flesh, the multiple bone fins, the white pearly eyes. And here's an ability I found out it has, which I'd never realised. It can camouflage in the sea. Which is something I only found out like earlier today, which I thought, oh, how have I never known that? It's a really good story. I mean, it's especially with Adoro getting stripped of his powers, you know, everything. Kenton Sampaio also introduces Judge Jezrin. The history with Taladon is brought up as well. The Lightning Beasts. You have not only Sepron, but Crab coming in to help defeat Solak, so it's like a free fight. And it's a really good fight. It takes place for a while. Now, yes, the only thing I don't like about it is the ending where they... Actually, I do like the ending. For some reason, I thought it was that they make Solak wash up on the shore and then he just drowns. But no, they blow him up. Which I thought was really cool. And this beast might have a chance to become one of my, like I said, one of my favourite beasts of Series 2. I have never actually realised how awesome this beast is and how good of a story it actually has. But I think that's why it's a beast that I definitely should. It's a gem that I personally should have realized soon enough. I mean, come on, it's a shark beast, a really cool shark beast with a really cool fighting story.
It's the shark beast, but I don't think there's any other shark beast
It's
in this.
the shark beast.
I could have sworn there was another shark at one point. I just can't remember when.
No, I don't think there was.
No?
No, Adam, I think you're wrong.
All right. Okay. That's a bit harsh. Jack.
Adam,
All right.
Adam, you're wrong.
All right, bit harsh. All right.
The closest
Right.
thing to the shark is the piranha.
I'm a piranha. They're from the Amazon.
All
Get on
right.
with it.
Great movie. Okay, the kaiju now. Technos, Gamera, whatever you want to call it. So
Camera.
yeah. So design-wise, it's actually good for what is, I believe, the first tortoise beast we have. Abilities are what you'd expect, and the fight in this one is very destructive, might I add, in a small fishing village. So I love it a lot in the book. But when it started to excel for me was in Battle of the Beast. It made it to the quarterfinals of New Generation, made it to the semi-finals of Reptile Rampage. It had 2 fantastic runs throughout the 2 tournaments it's been in. And to know that I may be using it in a future tournament where hopefully it'll come out on top, well, time will only tell for that. But I do look forward to using this beast again in future tournaments.
And when you say future, it's not really future if you already recorded it, is it?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Righty ho.
Taurus now.
I like that how Jack called Technos a turtle. You called it a tortoise. Make your mind up.
It's in the sea. It's a turtle.
Snapping turtle,
Okay.
but when it verts back, I'm pretty sure it's a tortoise.
Yeah, it does look. I will say it does more like a tortoise when it looks like. But I'm going to say turtle purely because it's the sea, and the tortoise can't survive in the sea. So got to use logic, even though it's a fantasy world.
Okay, let's call it a terrapin then. How about that?
Sure.
Doris. This how I put it. Zuba is not my favorite villain as we service, but this is probably her best plot, don't you think? Out of Zuba's.
I can't agree to that. I still got 1 series left of Zubas that I haven't spoken about.
No, fair enough. The fact that she's trying to build up, I think she's trying to build up some sort of army, and she's got these beast planning all that stuff. So she's got something going for her, which is a nice intrigue. That's a weird stone as it is. The heroes going across the seas to face this threat, and then they come across the doors immediately. It's a nice surprise. You wouldn't expect that to happen. And he does prove to be pretty damn powerful. And then they're all washed ashore, not sure what the fate of their allies is. And then Cadia, on Austin Harry as she is, does her best to kind of win the day. And the fact that she has to be very creative in how she beats this beast is appreciative. So overall, I'm happy where I put Doris, and yeah. And I'm surprised that the bag of pudding is as high as it is, but there you go. And of course, he's also there high for reasons that Adam has done.
Okay. Well, new
Time to the top 5.
Right.
Right.
So
hopefully, so far, guys, this has been an enjoyable video for you.
Yeah. Lucas Quozo, where is he?
It's just a tree, Adam.
It's
a getting pissed off more and more. He's not shown.
It's a shit tree, is what it is.
Thank you, Jack.
Justice for Taylor.
Next.
We all ready?
Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, there we go.
What was that?
But I've got something on my chair so I can go back. And also there's a box underneath me. So
when you're ready, I'll count down.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go. For now.
Oh my
Combo.
god. Jack! That was our last attempt!
No! And do you know what the thing was? I nearly changed it. Ferno was nearly there.
Okay.
We could have had it. We could have had it.
If I'm going to say this very nicely, Jack, if your next entry is Ferno, Adam is going to be very, very angry. I assume.
We could have had something.
Please tell me that you. We'll find out in the next shot. We will find out.
Yeah, convo. Can't believe that. We actually could have.
What do you mean? It's not like you swapped the ranking or something.
That was our last chance.
Convo, who I know.
Start talking about the lizard. Crocodile.
Convo is my favorite when it comes to lizard. He does remind me of the lizard from Spider-Man, which is a very cool villain.
Crocodile!
I just corrected myself. What the hell is wrong with
you? I know it's a crocodile, but he does remind me of the lizard. I love the story, introduces Tavania, all that, locked up. Mark dies. Screw you, Malvo. Mark was a great character. Convo was really cool. I love his fight in the desert. I love how Tom and Eleanor find all this stuff out. It's really cool. Convo, I'm surprised I had it higher than Adam. I thought Adam would have you know, being Series 7 guy, would have had it higher than me. But personally, I put it here. I was considering putting it higher than the next one. I kind of wish I had, but Convol is here. Convol is here because
Kind of wish you had. You're actually debating with your result.
Because he is.
Right. Being held at gunpoint now, he is. Right, Furno. I'll throw you a bone, Lucas. I'm not going to talk about the story at all right? Beast-wise, Beast-wise, actually really good design for what is the first beast there is. Abilities are what you'd expect, but then you have the poison immunity as well as a camouflage one, which is great. Fight in this book is underwhelming, but he's made multiple reappearances which redeem that. And then we go to Battle of the Beast, where this is one of the most consistent beasts to ever step into my tournaments. Finishing as third place in the Old Generation tournament, top 10 in the All Generation tournament. Reptile Rampage, I believe he was a semi-finalist, and that's it for now. But incredible beast, really, and I am very surprised. Well, I'm not surprised that he's in the top 5 for all of us. But Jack, careful about what your 4th place is. Your turn, Lucas.
Here's the thing, though. We want you to be honest. No tricks like you do like last time.
Well, like you just did, apparently.
Anyway, Furno, what have I got to say? This is the intrigue of the opening to Beast Quest for everyone. And of course, unless someone's an idiot, they would always start with this. Okay, now, to be fair, not everyone, if you're a random person, you're not going to know what the first book is unless you're told. But I assume everyone does research or read these books. If not, then I assume you guys have all read a random Beast Quest book before going into the series.
Yeah, my first one was Zephyr.
My first was I don't know why I started with a finale, but yeah.
Yours was what?
Good start. It's a nice opening. You see Tom's perspective, how he wants to be like his father. He wants to go on this big adventure. It's a book I can see very well adapted into movie form if it was done. Now, to be fair, like you said, movies are not well done nowadays, but if it was made in, let's say, I think the series came out in 2000, so that'd be, at the best, it would come out in 2000s, and I'd rather be released then, so it'd be interesting to see. He goes on this adventure, he meets his allies, it's got that nice, warmly charm that you find. He meets his allies, he saves the day, but there's more to do, and there's more intrigue that awaits, and it's understandable why Furno is, of course, the mascot of Beast Quest. As he's progressed through the tournament, he's the highlight, he's the original monster, he's always there. So overall, it's a book everyone in this group, all 3 of us, will always go back and reread the original book, because it's the thing that started the dance, and that's why we're here today. If it wasn't for Furno, it wasn't successful, who knows what would have happened.
We wouldn't be doing
this.
Then.
Why are you always holding that gun at point? Are you going to hold that gun until he reveals his age?
You're right, Adam. Right down there, Adam.
Right. Yeah, I'm fine. I will say, Lucas, with all of the beasts left that we got, it's impossible for me to get a match with you now. Jack, we have
at least we got it.
Yeah, Jack, we have 2 more opportunities to get a match.
Yeah, thank God.
But I think I know what 4th place is, so you tread carefully, mate.
Yeah, I have a feeling I know what it is too, and if. We want Jack to be honest with what he was going to pick, so there ain't any fallback.
Okay, you ready, guys? Do the countdown.
I have to pick my image.
Yeah, would like to say, Jack, you have 1 correct answer of what 4th place can be, as long as it's not the match and it's not Furno, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so he has to be honest. All I want from Jack is his honest opinion what he was going to be next. That's all I want.
All I want from you, Lucas, is Querzal. So 3, 2, 1. Go.
It is Querzal.
Yeah. It's right. Okay. Right. Jack, you were fucking warned. It flew over my head and landed.
So my question before we start: why did you put Furno there, not in Convol back there? Was there a debate or something?
Because personally, like you said, it's the book that started it all. It's a great story. The Beast itself, yes, has had better appearances outside of his book. But if it wasn't for this book, we never would have got it in the first place. So it's very important. I was considering putting Convol there because I thought the fight, which we all know my opinions on the fight. The opinions have improved, considering that I put Furno 3rd when I did my retrospective on series 1. I put him 3rd when he used to be 5th. And basically, yeah, if it weren't for this beast, the beast itself has had better appearances, but I love this beast without a doubt.
Mhm.
The story is great. It shows Tom's coming of age. He's meeting with all these characters. That's why I put it above Convol, because I realized it was important. Convol has the better fight, yes, but beast wise, Furno is the better beast, and he's a worthy successor in Battle of the Beast as well. He's just overall, he's personally my favorite of the Avantian beasts.
Is that it?
And I love him. And I love him. And I love him.
Question, Adam. What were you staring at?
Oh, that's the direction that Jack's in, according to me. So
okay, I mean, it's not. Look at it. You're not going to throw that chair. If you did, it's going to hit the wall, not hit. Look, this is like the TARDIS.
Anyway, Adam.
There's a more important target that I would rather not hit. That's right next to me right now. So
yeah, but you have to remember, Adam, you're in your little TARDIS. You're not in his TARDIS. You're not in his space.
His space.
Anyway, Adam, go on.
Can't believe Furno was 4th place for you, 5th place.
We were so close to getting a trio.
Well, you fucked it up, though.
Whose fault was that?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, boys.
Right. So 4th place for me is Lupix the Ice Wolf. Now, I would say this is my favorite story with Rayfin, but that's a lie. But this is one of the best books of this series, right behind Haraxor, in my opinion. But I've always liked Haraxor. So design-wise, is absolutely incredible. Simple, but done effectively. Never seen a wolf straight up made of ice before. Don't think so, anyway. Abilities are great, especially the water-absorbing one. And the fight was actually done really well, in my opinion. I do agree. I think it's weird of how Rugara was able to just tell a bunch of archers to shoot flaming arrows at Lupix, even though they can't understand her. But this book did kind of give me a sour note on Rugara as well, due to her kind of being a coward for us. Yeah, but she got redeemed in whatever book that was in Series 32. I think it's Macroxa. So
it is Macroxa, and it's only the only one to make me laugh because she's sarcastic as shit.
Marilla's a great character, but yeah, Lupix I do enjoy, and it mainly comes down to her design being as great as it is. Right.
Okay. Cool. Now for the tree you've been finally wanting, and the fact it got this high, was that higher than you expected it?
I am personally insulted.
Why, Lucas? It doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does, and that's going to be explained finally now, because let's go with the story makes up for the beast, in my opinion. It is very strong. You don't really get this type of thing, really. The beast is weak, I will admit that, because there's the thing. Unfortunately, the thing of it, guys, this is the first book, and then, as we've established, the first book of each series, the beast is going to get shafted over the story. I'm sorry, that's how Beast Crush tradition works. That being said, though, the story does make up for the beast, in my opinion. And if Adam was a story guy, I'm sure he might agree with me. I assume. There, though.
Can I say I agreed that the story does make up for Quasar?
There you go. At least there you go.
The story's good, I'll be honest, but the beast is just that bad.
It depends if you.
Guys, did you know that Furno could actually beat Fang in a fight?
Okay, there we go. Well, like I said, Adam, it all depends. Yes.
Did you know Furno did beat Fang in a fight?
Okay. No, but here's the thing. In this book, it says that Fang has a higher power than Furno.
Okay, but like I said, Adam, for you, it all depends, right, mate? If the strengths of Quasar's book outdo the weakness of the beast, and the thing for me personally, I think the strengths of the book do outdo the beast, because the beast is only in such a small part of it because it's a nice book.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, and that being said, the story itself is great on so many levels. You get introduced to Angel, a character who we think is supposed to be dead, and that jeopardizes King Hugo, a character who doesn't really get much this focus in the series, and because of this, it does in a way make him kind of an antagonist to Tom, and that we never ever seen before. Then he has to go. He loses the golden armor powers, and then he has to go. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is the gold armor destroyed in this series and then it's rebuilt in 24? Yeah, so I'm right with that. So, and that's another rarity. You rarely ever get to see the armor destroyed by the antagonist, and that's a nice small change. And it makes once again Tom to be like the character we don't. The public don't believe Tom. We, as the viewer, assume Tom is in the right. We don't know what's going on. Of course, being Adam idiots, we know what we did in that book. So yeah, but so he has to go on this adventure. Now, the adventure, as in quotations, isn't necessarily the best, but as Jack has pointed out in a previous video, which I have watched, my ad, but rewatched, that he does learn a few pieces and puzzles of what's going on here, because eventually he does find Angelo's body, I believe, and then he finds out that he's not really back, and he has to go and convince this to King Hugo and goes back. And so the story is extremely strong. In a way, and it kind of has, like, to me, a Lion King vibe with it, where the hero has fallen, has to leave, and he has to come back to go and face it. It kind of has that Lion King vibe to it, and he has to. So it does have that. I just realized that now. He has to go face the king and watch it. Okay, but yeah,
Shameless.
He goes back. He finds out the truth. You find out, I believe, Katya's mother is also involved, and she tries to have a bit of a change. So there's a lot of layers here to make Quetzal's opening great. That will lead to things to come when he goes. So overall, the series starts off incredibly strong, and I think, to me, the story in this case weighs up more than the Beast can ever do, and that's why it's as high as it is for me.
I believe it's not Katya's mum; it's Petra's mum. Capra,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, Capra's Petra's mom.
Katya is one of the new protectors.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Katya's my kid girl, isn't he? I'm mixing up.
Also, guys, if we could wrap this up a bit, I do need to be getting going in a bit. So,
well, I've been trying to. My analysis has been brief. Who has been talking the longest for each beast?
Sorry, that probably was because of some of the gags. But anyway,
gags.
Without further ado,
about people telling me to hurry up, but I've been the one most brief of my.
Without further ado, let's move on.
How many beasts are left?
3 each.
3 left.
Top 3.
Adam, we have one final chance.
Okay, so that tells me that you have Noxilla or Griff coming up.
I think for Adam, this is the crucial moment where it's going to like when it comes to decision making. I think this is the last decision he's thinking of before we get into the end. So that's what I'm going to say.
Here we go.
I will say you two have a chance to match as well because you both haven't mentioned Electro yet. Oh no, Jack has. Sorry, never mind.
Let's get on with it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Komodo.
Whoa.
Oh my god, Komodo! You haven't. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that one.
You forgot about it.
Oh my god.
Komodo, damn.
So basically, I really like Quag. I think it's a very good start to a very strong series. Being made of stone and all. Nice to introduce Petra being a good guy. I really like Draconia in this, and I think the fight's also
a good guy. She's a girl.
The fact that Quag can take on Furno, it says a lot. The only part, and Jessamine being the villain, is also cool. The only thing I don't like about it is Beric, but because Beric's useless, but that's just me. And apart from that, Quag I put above Furno because let's be honest, he has a better fight. He also just gets more time to show off. Like that first attack on Erinol, I believe it's the attack on Erinol, I think. That was really good, and I really enjoyed it. That's why Quag, for me, is third place.
Okay. Moving on to Calderon the Iron Bear. So what's been mentioned by Lucas and Jack here is that it has an incredible design. The bear is real. Links to series reference, by the way, Jack. And
he just walks off. He's done.
It wasn't that bad of a joke. Abilities are fantastic. The fight is great as well. And Jack will find this out later. But Battle of the Beast, New Protector Zero, with the video that he debuted in that was released yesterday, absolutely dominated Macroxa in such a hilarious way to me. But ultimately, everything I like about this beast is great. And Rafe is the downside, in my opinion, having Tom come up to him in spirit, say, "You can do this, buddy." but it kind of gave Lion King references regarding the scene when Simba looks up to the sky and sees the cloud version of his dad. Obviously, it's not a case of go and be who you are. It's a case of remember who you are. But even though
yeah, but in all respects, Simba didn't know what he had done was mismanipulated and all that stuff, whereas Rafe doesn't have that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, which is why Lion King does it better. The Lion King's perfect to me. So, Calderon, a worthy third place.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm the only diehard fan of the New Protectors era as a whole, because you guys have the New Protectors nowhere near the top 3.
Right. You got something to say, Jack, before I start?
Nothing.
Put down the scissors.
Nothing. Komodo. The reason why this is so high should be plainly obvious. The ending of Series 5 has had so much build-up. The setup is understandably why it's so as high as it is. And, of course, Tom is more desperate than ever to get his mother back. And he finds out what her fate is and how she's struggling, all that stuff. I think she's trying to break the spell, and Belmal won't let her, and so that alone is already high expectations as it is. I forget which one of these characters is poisoned. Is it the queen of this kingdom who is poisoned and they need to make a potion?
It's Freya.
Oh, it's Freya who's poisoned. Okay. Freya is the one who's poisoned. They have to go and rescue her, so it's more stakes.
She's our queen. Sorry, just want to say she's our queen. So I'll stop.
The stakes are extremely high. Komodo, not the best fight, but it's there. This is another situation where the story makes up for the lack of the beast. And I think I put it above Quetzal mainly because the build-up of Series 5 led to all this. Is more, to me, more strong than what Quetzal opening was. Because when you think about it, Quetzal is just that one book about introducing that one thing. When you have a build-up and it pays off, that alone is going to have you a really strong start for your series. And I'm respectfully going to give Series 6 its due, and I'm sure right away Adam is happy about that.
I will say, yeah, I really do appreciate the good things about Series 6. Isn't the queen of Series 6 called Vespic by any chance?
No, I mean the real queen, because Vespic stole her castle.
I think the name's similar to Romana, but I can't remember her name. I'm pretty sure it's close to Romana.
The only thing I know is that the princess is it kidnapped in Vigrash? Was she kidnapped or was she...
I don't know.
Yeah, she was. She got kidnapped because then I swear she was kept prisoner in Merca because the pirates had her and they dropped her in the ice. It just because they kidnapped her during the book. It weren't Vigrash who kidnapped her.
Right.
Memories.
Top 2 now. Jack.
Here we go, guys.
Jack, your top 2 is the same as mine. Lucas, I know which 2 you haven't mentioned.
And you get the idea. You get it.
They both make sense, though.
You ready, guys?
Second place. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, which means
Jack!
There we go.
Oh, that means myself and Jack have the same first place.
Please, Adam is begging you, give him something to say after you're done.
I will say, though,
about first place as well, mate.
This shot goes hard. This shot goes hard of Noctilla.
It really does.
By the way, I assume what beast has Adam not said for the first book? Because at this point, it's inevitable. We know that Electro is my last. Come on, don't give me that shit. There's only 2 beasts left.
Jack,
me and Adam have.
Let's reveal it at the same time. So
yeah. Me and Adam have Skewrick as our first place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jack, you shouldn't have said that.
Jack, well, what the hell?
Don't give me this. You shouldn't have said that shit when there's only 1 beast left.
Basically, Noctilla. I realized I literally did not think about this beast, but then I made this list and I realized Noctilla is actually pretty much a perfect first book.
Okay.
It is a brilliant story. It sets it up really well. Obviously, Malvels didn't actually die in the Eternal Flames, so haha. With the whole White Knight, you have a brilliant action scene with the first Varkul. You then have a great action scenes with Noctilla in the forest. Tagus is involved. The transformation from the White Knight, well, the Silver Knight actually, Silver Knight to White Knight is Tecton, Silver Knight to Noctilla. That was cool. And actually, no, I'll let Adam talk about Tagger since he loves Tagger so much.
Wait, what?
And then Noctilla, the way Noctilla was defeated, I thought was also very cool. And I'm not going to say how it is because Adam can talk about that. And there's a certain thing involving Eleanor that I really liked because it made Tom go berserk. But once again, I will give Adam that. I'll give you another portion. I'll give you that.
He's the beast guy.
But the book itself is just such a cool starter. And I'm now starting to love it even more. I think this might become one of my favourites of Series 10. You never know. And that's all I have to say about Noctilla. Go on, Adam.
Right, Noctilla. How many times have I been saying this is my favourite beast of Series 10? You now see the light. You will eventually. So, Noctilla. Now, the parts that Jack hasn't mentioned is obviously how Noctilla was defeated. I believe it was the swinging log.
Yeah, as well as
I believe a net.
Yes, you're right. It was a net.
The abilities that Noctilla has are simple except for the tard.
Oh, yeah, I did forget to mention that, but I gave you that.
BS, you forgot about them. The tard-tipped wings is one of the best parts about this beast, as well as the thing that happened to Eleanor. I don't actually remember, so you might.
Do you want me to say?
Yes, please.
It's when Tom thought that Eleanor had been crushed by a tree, and then he went berserk on Noctilla because he thought Eleanor was dead.
Fair enough. All right, as you do. Normal love interest stuff. Okay. What was the other thing that you said? I can't remember what the other thing that you said you wanted me to mention was.
Tagus.
Oh yeah, Tagus actually wasn't useless in this fight. Do I remember?
Yes, Tagus has never been useless.
Yeah. Do I remember what Tagus did in this fight? Absolutely not. He's not a great beast. But I'm sure Jack will be happy to remind me what Tagus did in this fight, please.
He actually landed quite a few blows on Noctilla.
Oh, cool. And then we go on to Battle of the Beasts. Noctilla's taken part in Old Generation, where she made it to the top 10 before being taken out by, I believe it was Carnivora.
Might have been.
No, yes.
I think it was.
All Generation, she made it to the top 20, I believe, or top 10, one of them before she was killed by most likely Elic, let's be honest, or Crestor, or maybe Carnivora again, definitely not her. And then Transformation Takedown, she didn't do as well, but she was outclassed by her entire series. But my favorite part is something that I may have given her, where she's able to change between the beast to the knight at will. And she is one of my favorite knights to use as well, because I absolutely love the idea of an axe being used as a weapon. Hence why Drakara is another favorite beast of mine to use, but I'm not talking about her. But yeah, Noctilla, fantastic beast, and I'm so glad that Jack likes her the same way I do. Just like number 1. Skewick, I believe it was, right?
That's what it is there. And then we come to good old boy Convol again, and one of Adam's favorite series, probably arguably his favorite. So, yeah, this should be no surprise that Convol is as he is, given at the start of the series is Melville in power, essentially. He finally gets his way. And that leads to learn to a great threat. Mark dies, a very tragic death. You have to figure out what's going on and how do you beat the villain when he's essentially won already, and that you have to find your own way around it. Then you go and see all these beasts at different locations, which I can't go into. It's the first book, but the setup is there. And you realize what's going to happen down the road. The fight, it's more very. I've always said the fight is more a better fight than Komodo's, and I do stand by that statement. It is in the story, so there is more going off with it, and I appreciate that. So overall, with a very powerful, strong start and a fight that is pretty good, and overall that beast is getting more respect over time, it's fair to say it deserves to be where it is, because you never see Melville in power, and it's a nice unexpected surprise. So overall, and I know a side thing about before I end it is that it does also, Freya wants to kind of redeem herself in a way for the action she caused, even though she was mind controlled, and that is nice. She's been through villainy, she's been through pain, and now she's in a position where she wants to do good, and she wants to. She doesn't have to because it's all mind control, but it's very. I do appreciate that they're giving that extra layer to that character. Even so, it's a nice way of comforting where she is and what she's going to do.
And she trained up the beast for Tavania, didn't she?
Yeah, she was it Tavan? What was his name? I forgot. It's
What was his?
Talon's name.
No,
Talador, is it?
Yeah.
no, that's the name of the baby Skolo.
Skolo.
I think his name was. I know he was fat. Which, by the way, how did that guy lose weight in like a few days?
Well, Freya's a strict gym mentor, clearly.
What's been on the reps?
Oh, it's Dalaton.
Dalaton. Oh my. What is that name? I'm sorry, bro, but what is that name?
It's that name.
Dalaton.
Oh, there you go.
Dalaton being a master of the beast for the Series 7 beast, honestly, he's got a ghosted team behind him, and I'm actually very jealous.
Indeed, you do. And let's
Can we
just
have a
wrap it up.
spin-off
We know what the
series
final.
about the Beast of Tavania and like their own heroes?
Thank you, Jack.
Okay.
What?
Number one.
Now, number one. We've
We
come
know
all
what it
this
is. It's a
way
Westro. We know what you've got. Go on.
from 32 all the way to number one. 3, 2, 1 is Griff the Feathered Fiend.
Jack,
That's your
God.
favorite of the whole.
I mean, when I came up with a list, there was only one beast that instantly sprang into my mind of having potential to be number one. And then I looked back and I realized for me, it was number one. I have been in love with this beast ever since I first read it, and I'm still in love with her today. She has a gorgeous design, one of the most unique for a bird beast, and she has so many abilities. Blades, she can fly, ice breath, quite strong for a bird beast. It sets up. I don't even care that the series is not one of the best. I personally think it's good, but it sets up a great plot. Koldo's involved. You get Koldo kind of redeeming himself, fighting the beast. You have the fight that is so well done, protecting the people from this massive beast. And the fact that, all these beasts are good at the end of the day, it is still cool to see. There's not much I can talk about this beast, but for me, it has everything you could want. A great story that sets everything up well, a killer design, great abilities, and a very good fight. It has everything you could want in a starting book, and that's the only reason why it beats Noctilla, because personally, it has better abilities than Noctilla. But I do like the tall wings, but I think it has a more range of abilities. I just love, there's so many poses in this book as well, like trying to chain Griff that doesn't work. And arguably, Griff is one of the most powerful bird beasts. She's done very well in Battle of the Beast. But I'll leave Adam to talk to that. And that's all I have to say about Griff the Feathered Fiend. Griff, for me, is my number one for the best Beast Quest starter book of all of them so far.
Yeah, what's Adam got to say about Griff?
Right. Thanks, Jack. You took everything I could say. Right. Griff is also obviously my number one for very similar reasons to Jack. So the abilities on Beast compared to Beast, so compared to Noctilla, yes, better. But then you also got the Night form, which Noctilla has, which rivals them in my opinion. However, design is a hell of a lot better, in my opinion. It actually has a beak, for one thing. The blade-tipped wings is another that I absolutely adore. I don't know if I prefer that over the tar-tipped wings, so, relatively even. As well as the ice beam breath, which is actually one of the stronger beam-related things that can come out of a beast's mouth. Obviously, nothing compared to some of the other beasts that have nothing to do with birds, Elic. But it's still a relatively strong one compared to a regular ice breath, which I believe Lupix has. So then you also go to the fight, which, yes, redeems Koldo. I can't believe I'm saying that. But Koldo's still a bad beast. But it's still, this one starts what is, in my opinion, one of the more interesting stories as well, which is why it really surprised me that you ranked it so low, Lucas, because yeah I understand it was a case of Jeng backstabbed his entire realm, but that was actually in Canis. In the Grodorian borderlands, no one knew who anyone was. They just knew that Jeng was their emperor. But the only reason why they didn't follow him is because he betrayed them when he showed up to there. that's the only reason why they didn't do anything with him. But yeah, Jeng is an idiot. So this is the strongest part of the entire series, and it's weird to say that Series 17 peaks at the beginning. Battle of the Beast wise, you didn't really give me much I can talk about because Griff didn't do great in the New Generation tournament because he got slaughtered by Morax, a semi-finalist, might I add. And in All Generation, he made it to round 3 before I believe Skra incinerated him. So yeah, Griff has not had the best track record when it comes to Battle of the Beast, but there is a tournament which I'm planning at some point in the future where hopefully Griff can make a comeback, but there are still some rather strong competition that he will need to go against.
Sorry.
I hope he does have a moment to shine, but I love him, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Can I just say though, I do like also in the book, I just remembered, because of you reminded me of the Bladed Wings. There's a moment where Griff has a straight up, sword fight with Tom, which I thought was really cool. Like a little blade battle, which I really liked. So that's also a reason why Griff is weaponed on many, close and long range.
Griff also does remind me of my favorite DreamWorks villain being Lord Shen from Kung Fu
You had to bring that up again, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I had to.
Anyway, Lucas, finish us off.
I was trying to start monologuing.
Finish us off.
And to no surprise, Electro is number 1, which shouldn't be surprised at all, because given the hype of Series 24, finally giving us Evil Tom to see he's finally put to his dark side. I feel like, to me, I put it. So even though my book is not the same as yours, you were not in any way disappointed that I chose it, because one, it's expected. 2, Adam's going to obviously defend Series 24. Of course, Jack will not defend it as much as he will, but it's understandable why it's here. I think for many series, we've had implications about Dark Tom and what would happen if Tom was evil, and now we finally get it. And it essentially is one of the most powerful and effective. So in a way, some would say Dark Tom is a more fleshed out character than his good side is, because he's struggling between what's right and wrong, and he's going through these each book pushes his development for that character, and then he becomes the big monster again, which of course that's referring to that later on. But the opening itself, that this also puts Eleanor in the strength. She's the main heroine in this one, so that also boosts her up. And that puts Mark as her side character, and he also has his moment to shine, and Luke, of course. So overall, because of this change, it does develop each of the characters in different ways, in strong ways. And while the fight alone is not the best, of course, at the very least, it's a skeleton beast, and they are pretty formidable at the very least. So overall, while the beast-wise it's not the best, it's going to be remembered for a long time as one of the greatest openings of Beast Quest could ever provide, and it's going to stand the test of time. And of course, Jack's opinion differs to me, and of course Adam's as well. But at the very least, he can understand why people like it so much as they do, and that's all I've got to say on the matter. So we have done this before the next 4 hours in.
Huzzah! Not the longest stream then, because the longest stream I believe was actually with you two when you ranked the top 50 books for Christmas in 2024.
Okay,
that was like that went like over nearly four hours. That was
I know it. I watched it all.
No, 3 things. 1, are you happy with that about how I said about Electro and why he stands where he is? 2, a guy left a comment saying, "How do you guys have Beast Quest stop coming out with books?" To answer that question, there have not been any more books released, but we hope for the future. And the 3rd thing is, how many snaps did we get from me and Adam, and how many snaps did we get for Jack and Adam? And I don't know about me and Jack.
See, I don't know about you guys. I was jotting down everything. So...
Oh my god!
Right, that's 1 for me, 1 for Lucas, 2 for Lucas with me. I know you guys only snapped once with Ravcore.
Yeah.
And then
just more me than Jack.
Would have got a triple with Furno, but that was a missed opportunity on my part.
That was your fault.
And Jack, we snapped 4 times.
Oh wow! Let me guess.
How many snapped then?
What?
Yeah, Dolrus, obviously Griff and Noctilla, And then
Gorog.
yeah, Gorog.
How many
Yeah.
slabs did we get?
We got 2, Lucas. That's Furno and Elko. Complete
So yeah,
opposite-
Jack did get more slabs.
Yeah.
Completely
Well, it's going to be
different
different because I'm the story guy, you're the beast guy, so there's going to be that big difference. So I'm not really surprised. As what I said about Electro, I think you can all agree what I said.
stuff. Mm.
I see where you're coming from because it is a fantastic start to a story. However, beast-wise, it is the
Yeah, I know
weakest.
where you're coming from.
Even Fluger's better than that, and Fluger's not much better, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Flume
never
got-
mind. I'm story perspective, so based on story, you can
Yeah.
see why.
I know, but that's also why I put my top 4 is what they are, because they're insanely powerful beasts with their abilities.
I also like to thank everyone. No one has gone to the bathroom in 4 hours.
Yeah. So, about that,
You have to go
Yeah,
too.
maybe it's time to wrap this up.
I appreciate everyone for having strong willpower to hold themselves.
I had like 5 of these. All right.
Fuck you. Why did you keep drinking if you knew this was going to be a long video?
I am thirsty. I'm like a fish.
And now, as soon as I end this stream, I have a feeling everyone's going to run to the bathroom, correct?
Oh, definitely.
I need to go have dinner. I'm hungry, man.
Oh, you
Well,
too?
I apologize for the lateness of this video as well, like I said, but I shouldn't worry about that. We got it done now. It's all that matters.
Yeah. Also,
Thank you guys for
I tried to-
the
I
video.
tried to-
Appreciate the
I tried to-
collaboration.
I tried to do a bit like I tried to do a bit like half an hour ago where an Uber Eats order was supposed to come here by the time the stream ends, but it hasn't arrived yet. Turns out my Uber Eats got cancelled, so my dinner won't be for another while.
Oh god.
That being said, though, we are not going to hold out off anyone anymore. So before I head off, final words for the audience before I go, guys.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Is there
Hope you
anything
have
coming out
a
in your
good
channels? Do you want
video.
to say?
Well, the rest of Battle of the Beasts New Protectors era is on my channel at the moment.
And Jack?
And I'm going to be hopefully plan to be uploading some more videos over the next few weeks.
Right, there you go. I'm not going to waste anyone's time anymore. With that being said, though, we're going to say goodbye, and we are all going to run to the bathroom, no doubt. Take care, everyone.